ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to 100x Entrepreneur Summit. This is our 13th day already, and we are coming to part number 3 of today's live. Hello, everyone. How are you guys doing right now? Are you guys excited? You know what? I'm really excited. For one reason. Okay, for one reason. You know what? Because our back end team has just gave me a mission, has just gave me a task that seems tough. Okay, that seems tough. Yeah, I think they purposely wanted to put me on stage for this. So I'm going to tell you what they want me to do. In order for me to finish this task, I have to dance alongside with Kalmish later. Now, if you guys are watching this, you know what? Please help me to tag 3 friends in. Share this live out right now. Get more of your friends into our Facebook Live, okay? Let them be involved in our 100x Entrepreneur Summit, because later on, there's going to be an amazing speaker. Someone that I really respect as well, a really great leader too. So make sure you guys tag all your friends in, get everyone ready, come into our 100x Entrepreneur Summit. And now we're going to go with our pump up session. With that, let me please invite Kalnish, the dancer. She's also a professional choreographer and also a dance instructor. She has a 10 years experience in this, acquired skills and perform Bollywood, jazz, stiletto, salsa, hip-hop, contemporary, tap, and musical theatre. She's been featured in Malaysia Government Education Portal 2012 for her involvement in dance. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please join me to welcome Kalnish.
Hi. So my name is Kalnish. So I'm a dance instructor. So today I'm going to do dance fitness for y'all. It's a warm-up session before we get part 3. So we are going to go straight into it. I'm excited since I have a partner today.
Yes.
To join.
All right, Kalnish, I hope it's something easy for me. Yeah.
No, let's see. Okay, you're going to go right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Go right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, two, left, two, great.
Wow. I can't turn.
Okay.
I can't turn.
Roll.
Whoa! How do you do the wave?
Pull. Right. Pull.
Pull.
Shoulder hip, rotate.
Ooh.
Shoulder hip,
Rotate.
rotate. Left. Pull. Right. Pull. Shoulder hip.
Shoulder
Rotate.
hip.
Okay, now slow. Right.
Left. Right. Left.
Down. Up. Now you slowly right. Left. Right. Left. Go. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. East. West. Down. Out. East. West. Down. East. West. Down. Out. East. West. Down. Right. Left. Right. Left. Left.
Oops.
To the right. Basic. Right. Left. Right. Left. To the left. To the right. Right leg. 1. 2. Left 2. Roll.
I can't do this.
Right. Left. Rotate. Left. Pull. Right. Pull. Hands up. Shoulder hip. Left. Pull. Right.
If you guys are watching this, come on guys, give us all the likes and loves.
Shoulder hip. Up. Now. Right. Left. Right.
I am sweating already.
Right. Now pull. Now left. Ready? Left. Pull. Right. Pull. Now shoulder hip. Rotate. Go.
finished the task. Wow.
I did like super easy for you.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it was like it's supposed to be like this, but I went like this.
Oh, I can't do the wave. I don't know how you do it.
Okay, no worries. No worries.
Can you do one more time?
One more
The
time.
wave. Yeah.
It goes chest, hip, down, chest,
Oh. Oh, that's how you do it. I see. Well, you are amazing, Kanish. Oh my goodness. I really enjoyed every session of yours, and I tell you guys, it's not easy. Okay, it's not easy to dance, even for just one song. I sweat a lot, so I really sweat a lot. So everyone, go and follow Kanish Instagram, her Facebook account. Okay, it's Kanish Schubert for Instagram. For her Facebook, it's Kanish Kashna Schubert. Go and follow and go and like her account. Okay. Thank you so much, Kanish. I think this past 2 weeks has been amazing amazing session with you. You have brought so much joy to our life, to our summit here. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All the best to you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Wow, it was an amazing session here with Kalnish every single time she is here in our summit. What about you guys? Do you think, how was it? Do you think it's amazing? Do you like it? Do you enjoy? EJ says, haha, congrats. Finally, I finished the task. Okay, look forward to see your dance. Now you know how well I can dance. I only dance songs that are viral, like the crab dance. It's easy. Macarena. I also dance what's the other song? Chicken dance. Yes. All right. Awesome. Thank you so much, guys, for supporting. MC Vivian gonna add new skill to her hosting already. The right, left, shoulder hip, and then something like that. Okay, thank you so much, guys. So remember to tag your friends in, share this live video out there. Okay, share this live, get all your friends in right now for the next session or third part of the session here today. Now, what do we have here for all of you? Ooh, okay, that is actually interesting. Well, we have actually managed to invite one of my friends, which is actually a really great leader. So it's a powerful leader, I would say. He's garnered a lot of people's respect, not only in his own swimming school, but of course, people from his same industry as well. Not only that, he is also a really great mentor, a really great coach, a really great teacher, and a really great friend. So ladies and gentlemen, make sure you guys get all your friends in, tag all your friends in, share this live out to as many groups as you can, to your network, to all your friends. Get everyone into this live right now, into our summit, so that we can all hear, we can all listen to our next speaker. And at the same time, if you are still wondering how to participate as our member, here we go. This is the link. Go ahead and join the link, www.100xconnects.com/membership. Now, another shout out is that our selfie team today is the take a photo with your brother, your buddy, your partner, your family, okay? And write a motivational message plus hashtag 100x summit, okay? Hashtag 100x summit. Post it onto your Facebook or your Instagram account. All right, I think we are all ready. Thank you so much for the likes and love. Thank you, Ziwa. I love it. Back to you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now I think we are all ready for the next session. The next session here today, we're gonna hear about inspired loyalty through company culture. So, established in 2009, Swimmin 12 is one of the most well-known swim schools in the country, served over 5,000 students. Very popular for its Learn to Swim in 12 Hours Guarantee program, where students who are unable to do so within a specific period will receive extra lessons at no additional cost. EJ is a game changer in his industry who breaks the industry norms by supporting swimming coaches to utilize his swimming pool. During the COVID-19 pandemic, 10 days after the lockdown, his team managed to pivot and innovate by bringing swimming lessons online. an inspiring breakthrough paving the way for coaches to teach swim science programs by virtually learning the science behind swimming. And the best part is when EJ made his money with his online program, he generously taught his competitors in the country for free on how to do it. He is a big contributor in his community, including supporting front lines with face shields, free swimming lessons, teaching orphanage, underprivileged children at no cost to them, creating high-paying jobs for college students to be able to fund their own studies, supporting single mothers, ocean conservation, and many more. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me to welcome our next great speaker. Before that, let's show you an intro video of EJ.
Loyalty is not bought, it is earned, it's inspired. It doesn't happen by accident, it doesn't happen overnight. Loyalty is like farming. You have to plant the seeds, you have to water it with love and care over time. The results of loyalty: passion in the business, faith in leadership during difficult times, and it creates a great working environment where people are not calculative, always giving their best, always giving more value. In my session, you'll learn about the mindset required as an entrepreneur. You'll learn my hiring process. You'll learn how I built the company culture through different stages of the company and managing conflicts among colleagues, so you can build a passionate and loyal team as well. In this swim school, you don't need to submit an MC if you're sick. There's no OT paid for working extra hours. Yet people are responsible enough to stay back, to do the things they need to do to ensure operations is smooth. People love to stay back, to spend time with their awesome colleagues. And there's not a single day that passed without laughter in this office. So I look forward to see you this Saturday to learn how to inspire loyalty with good company culture. Because we spend our lives working every day. So turn your team members into family members. Turn your workplace into a second home. So everyone looks forward to go to work every single day. My name is EJ from Swim in 12. I look forward to see you at the 100X Entrepreneur Summit.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, please join me to welcome this mighty, powerful leader, EJ!
Hello, hi Vivian.
Hello.
Thank you for your lovely introduction. That was so sweet of you.
It was
Thanks for
so nice to see you here, EJ. You know what,
Thanks
EJ?
for inviting.
I'm gonna let you take over the stage. It's your time right now. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Without you, this wouldn't be possible. Thanks for the platform. So, without further ado, let's go straight into the slides and share a little bit about the topic about how to inspire loyalty through having a great company culture. So, before we go into the presentation, I would like you to share in the chat, what does loyalty means to you? What's your definition of loyalty? So, if you're a business owner, what do you feel like if your team members is loyal to you? Let's write it in the chat and let's see. By the way, Facebook Live has a 15-second delay, so it'll take some time for me to look at your answers. So what does it mean to you? It's like being rich, right? There's many definitions of what rich is. To some people, it's having 10,000 in my bank, it's very rich. Having $1 million in my bank is very rich. To some people, it's having a great time with my family. That's feeling rich. The peace and quiet is rich. So it's same for loyalty as well. Everyone has different definition of what loyalty is. So what does loyalty mean to you? So while we go into your answers, I also would like to learn a little bit about what are your common challenges you have with your team. Yeah, and why when we talk about loyalty earlier, why is it important we talk about it is when it comes to this MCO, right? It really inspired me where my team members came to me and said, oh, I know it's a difficult time. Feel free to take some of my salary and give to some of my team. And I'm really touched by it. There's so many, like Rose, Money, Emma, Dashi, all these kind people were just saying, I understand the difficulty, please take off my salary. And that's really inspiring for me. And even when it comes to coaches, part-time coaches who have lost their job, they come back to the company and help out when we're doing TikTok, when we're doing some videos, funny videos. They're always coming back to support team members and not expecting any pay at all. So this is something that inspires me when it comes to loyalty. And that's why I want to share with you about what is the steps that we took from the beginning and how do we got here at the first place. Yeah. So let's look at it. Or knowing that you are safe whenever you are with a company, that is loyalty. Thank you, Rose, for your input by being truthful to me. Yes, that's true. That many times when it comes to loyalty, Wasla said being truthful is very important. Yeah, because there are times that you really want the bad news first. You really want when they screw up, you want them to let you know, right? So this is a good definition for loyalty as well. So let's talk about challenges of your company. What challenges do you face? Why I ask this question is because when I sent my team members recently to HR training sponsored by the government, they realized there's a lot of entrepreneurs inside. There's a lot of employees inside as well. But the things that they are complaining about is something that's not common in our company here. So they're saying like, oh, the boss is complaining, oh yeah, the team members very calculative. 5 o'clock must check out already. If asked to do a bit more job, then is there extra pay? So then my team was thinking, why we don't have this culture? So how about you? What is your challenges when it comes to managing a team? And hopefully with those answers that you have, I'm able to answer some of your questions. And hopefully in that presentation can address some of the challenges you have with your team as well. So let's go straight into it. So what's the first rule of loyalty? The first rule of loyalty is you do not talk about loyalty. Yeah, if you want somebody to be loyal to you, you don't keep talking about, okay, are you loyal to me? Are you going to be loyal to me during the interview? So it's like, this is not loyal. We don't talk about it. So what do we do? If we don't talk about it, we inspire by action. Yeah, inspiring by action is the main key formula. When we talk about it, it's just like when we're teaching swimming. I apply a little bit of hypnotism when it comes to teaching, especially when people who are extremely fearful of water. And whenever we want to perform hypnotism, we don't tell them, hey, I'm going to hypnotize you already. So get ready for hypnotism. We don't talk about it. We just slowly apply. We start changing our tone of voice. We start slowing down our pace. We start getting them to focus only on us, to take off all distractions. So the actions is more important. Yeah. So by action, and another example I can share with you is when it comes to teaching swimming and we want somebody to relax. It's very common when somebody is afraid, right? They clench up, they become very hard. So what's the common thing that coaches say? Relax, don't be so hard. So usually when we tell them to relax, it's very hard to relax. So one of the things that we usually do is instead of asking them to relax, we make them relax. Whenever they make a mistake, we share, it's okay, this is something really simple. It's a small thing. It's normal to fail here. It's normal to take more time. Yeah. So whenever we put them in a relaxed state, they will always be ready to be relaxed naturally without you talking about it. Right? Then what inspires? Why? Why do we want to inspire loyalty and passion? Why is it important? When it comes to having a loyal, happy, passionate team, a happy team will create happy customers. Because when we invest, right, we invest in, let's say, marketing, we do very nice poster to attract customers to come in. We invest in nice furnitures in the office to have a good look and feel. But what's the number one thing? What's the number one thing that actually makes people feel really good, to have a very good experience? What do you think that is? Let's write down in the chat. One of the main things for me, let's see whether we're in sync or not, it is having a happy team, dealing with people. The people is the one that gives you the best experience. So the customers actually can feel what's the company culture like. You don't need to sell to the customer that, oh, this is our company culture. The customers can naturally feel it. Yeah? That's why when it comes to Appreciation Day, one of the the gifts that we give to our team members who've been with us for 4 or 5 years, we give them a gift of staying in a 5-star hotel, like W Hotel, like EQ Hotel. They're really nice hotels. Why? Because we really want our team members to experience how does it feel like when people really enjoy their job, when people are well trained, they're feeling secure, they really feel that this is the place to be. As a customer, how do you feel? Yeah. So we need to build such passionate team members in order for customers to really feel good and they don't mind paying a lot more. And when you have a loyal, passionate team, you experience a team that is not so calculative. Because when it comes to business, right, as a business owner, there are many times it's not, a lot of things are not written in job description. There's many ad hoc things that we need to do, but it's, you cannot pay for every single thing. If not, there are a lot of things you cannot run. For example, as a swimming school, if you want to have an exciting event, if you want to bring in a lot of manpower, it costs a lot of money. When it costs a lot of money to do an event, if you don't have that money, then you wouldn't do it. But because if you have a team members of not who understands the company, who are not calculative, who wants to help the cause, there are many times people often volunteer, and you can create big events that creates more exposure, that creates more business, and you can pass those extra profits back to your team. Yeah? And lots of free perks. One of the things that I actually, when we interview our intern, right, one of the most memorable line during her interview is, as an intern, I understand that customer give free gifts, give food to my coaches, to admin, because they're dealing with them all the time. I'm just an intern. But the customer, when they buy food, they're also thinking of me. So it feels really special to be in this culture, in this company culture. So this free perks, right, you have no idea how many free food we have received every single day. Even when I remember our first Christmas in Swimming 12, we don't have a Christmas tree. And one of the students, they look at it, they say, oh, this is a very happy family. Let me sponsor a Christmas tree for you. So this is really amazing when you have such an amazing team. So what's the first formula? What's the first formula when it comes to creating such a loyal team? Is we need to look inwards. So for things to change, we have to change. Very commonly, we always look at the students himself, we look at the employees himself, and we say, okay, that person is not hardworking, that person is not doing his best, then it's always the other person's fault. But one of the things that I learned from teaching swimming is whenever I feel if there's a problem, it's my problem. If the student is not interested, maybe because I'm not interesting. If the student is not learning fast enough, maybe it's my communication that is not clear enough, my example is not clear enough. So every time when we always look inwards when it comes to teaching swimming, right, we innovate, we get better. Because the external factor, the student itself, we no longer look at that part really. We only look at ourselves. And that's how we are able to innovate, to help people to swim in less than 12 hours. Now in my record, I can get somebody to swim 50 meters in like 3 to 4 hours. So I really enjoy this thing, and I feel it works. Yeah. So if once we change, everything else will change. So you have to trust in the process where if you only start looking inwards from now on, like for me, we are not a perfect company. People still leave the company. There are still a lot of mistakes that we make. But end of the day, every time when someone leaves, I only look inwards. What did I not do? How did I not motivate them? What infrastructure did I not create? What culture did I not create that they actually left? So everything is me. When you learn to see it in that way, so much things will be different. Yeah. So let's go into the formula itself. One of the most important formula is being patient. And very common, sometimes we will say to ourselves, I'm not a patient person. Yeah, my personality is not patient. I get angry very easily. So you'll be surprised when it comes to, for me as well, I'm a person who likes to go fast. I want things immediately. I love a fast-paced growth. But then I realized in my journey of teaching swimming on my 3rd year itself, I somehow suddenly have a realization that whenever there's a student who cannot get it a few times, I get angry. So when I get angry, right, I'm very sensitive to body language, facial expression. I realize they have that fearful face, that worried face. And when I start observing their pace of learning, I realize they're actually learning a lot slower. Then I can see it's actually because half of their mind is thinking about fear. It's thinking about, what if the teacher scold me again? The teacher is angry, teacher is disappointed in me. So what happens? Most of the time they're thinking about all those worries. Very little time is spent in the actual formula of getting it right. So then I start to learn that actually being more patient, being more understanding, being more compassionate, it's actually not a personality. It can be a strategy. Oh, hi Stephen. Thanks for joining. So it can be a strategy. Yeah. So when you become more patient, you realize people are more focused in what they need to do, and they no longer have fear. When they don't have fear, they are focused. You're way more. It's way more easier to create the result that you want to create. Yeah. So one of the things of being patient is forgiveness. So one of the most common times when it comes to losing our patience is when our team members break something, when our team members lose the company a lot of money. So then, you get angry, right? Why didn't you do it better? Right? Hi Asu, Mr. Comedian, thanks for joining. So why didn't he do it better? So very often when that loss, that shame that comes to us, it's very easy to get angry, right? But always remember, right, when they make a mistake, how you respond to them is exactly like a child. When you have a children, right, whatever you respond to them, you see maybe a year later or 6 months later, right, they start responding to you in the same way. Let's say you tell a child, okay, don't play your phone when you're eating. Then when you're playing your phone, right, you realize your child will say the same thing back at you. Same for team members. So remember, you are human when it comes to business, when you are a business owner. So whenever you make your mistakes, you want forgiveness as well. Yeah. So same when someone else makes the mistake, you want to quickly just let go. We are losing a little bit of money. It's okay as long as we learn from it, we move on. Yeah. So apply forgiveness because you never know when is it that you need forgiveness. So I want you to imagine this. When your staff is making a mistake, you get angry, they feel that. Now when it's your time to make a mistake, you think they feel angry as well? Sometimes they feel angry, but because you are the boss. So what happens when you're the boss? They cannot voice out that anger. It's kept inside. So again and again, every time you make a mistake, the anger is kept inside. So eventually they'll reach a boiling point where you feel unfair. This boss is unfair. But they don't know why. They don't know specifically why you are unfair, but they just feel you're unfair. And sometimes you as a business owner, if I've done everything possible, I've made money and I spend this, there's so much risk that I take, there's so much loss that I've made, I've given you as much as I can, but why do you still feel I'm unfair? So think about this. This could be one of the key elements that you may miss out. Yeah. So forgive your team. And also think about patience as investment. So every time when you are being patient with somebody, you're investing in the forgiveness. So one day when you're making the mistake, the investment of that forgiveness will come back as well. So think of it in this way, and you will see patience have a long-term gain. Yeah. If you feel that it's not in your personality, see it as a strategy. It's a strategy, it's a tactic to be patient. Then eventually, when you see things are more efficient, it becomes your personality already. Okay, makes sense so far? Thank you, Wasala, for the acknowledgement. Now, second formula, courage. So as a business owner, most of you are already courageous. Most of you are already very brave because it's not easy being an entrepreneur. You take risks, you try things that are unknown, you experiment a lot. But how do you use this when it comes to your team members? You must also be courageous to protect your team when it comes to it. Because there are many times when we are in business, right? We have to make a tough choice. Do we make the customer happy, or do we make our team happy? So there are sometimes customers could be very high-paying customers. They mean a lot, but then they are very abusive to your staff. The way they communicate to your staff is not polite. They scold them. So you make a choice, right? So you could, if you are also afraid that if you offend the customers, then you might lose that money. If you offend your team members, you might lose your team. Then sometimes as entrepreneurs, if you go into the wrong mindset as that the team is easily replaceable, you will make a big mistake where this thing will always keep happening. It's like an endless loop that you hire, doesn't work, fire, hire, doesn't work, fire, although it's cheaper that way, but you see it's slower for growth. Yeah, so think about protecting your team when it comes to the right time. So let me give you an example where I used to have an employee. His parents make a big mistake when it comes to their business, and they borrow money from loan sharks. So they borrow money from loan sharks, they have no choice, and they cannot pay back, and they have to run away. And because the son has nothing to do with the business, but the loan shark not only chase the family, but chase the son as well, go to the college, intimidate him, even goes to our own Facebook, because he knows he works here, and intimidate. And our team members, and that colleague of mine, he said that, I think I better quit here, because if not, I'll bring all the troubles back to this company. But you know what I told him? I said, stay. If they really come here, I'll handle them. And he did stay, and today he's one of the most grateful person ever. He's the person that grows our company in many, many folds. Yeah. So your investment when it comes to protecting, it's the same that you're taking risk when you're going to business. Protecting your team members is the same risk that you're taking when it comes to building new products. So think about the risk that you're taking. Right. Then second, you also need to be courageous to do the right thing. What do you mean by doing the right thing? Let me give you an example of mine where there are many times where our staff does a tracking, and how we pay our sports center is by student. Every student that we have, we pay our sports center. So the sports center trusts us a lot when it comes to being very transparent and being very honest in how many students that really came. So there are many times where our admins make a mistake and we forget to key in that number. 6 months later, we found out, we forgot to key in this 10 students. It's only 10 students. Should we still put it in the tracker or just forget about it? The answer is always put it back into the tracker. Do the right thing. Then there was a time where there's a coup. Yeah, there's a coup in a company where one of the coach, he's one of the top performing coach. He asked for my permission to build his own team. Then he bring in a lot of people that we have fired before, but I'm happy with me. And he started his own team. I trust him to run it. And when I went for 2 weeks holiday, I came back. My team started to share that, hey, this person is going too far. He's printing his own T-shirt without the Swim in 12 logo. I think he's trying to take over the company. But you know what? He actually went to our landlord and tried to pitch in for higher rate. He said, I can pay a lot more higher rent. And guess what? Our landlord was not attracted by the extra money. Our landlord prefers someone who's honest, who's always been doing the right thing. And that investment came true. And that landlord came to me and told me, you have to be very careful of this guy. And then I get to keep my pool, even though there's a coup, right? So something doing the right thing when it comes to long-term investment, especially when you're telling your team to make the decisions, whether to do the right thing or save a little bit of money, always choose the right thing. Yeah. And dare to admit your faults as well. I used to see a book that my family used to have. It says, great bosses don't say thank you. Great bosses don't say sorry. That was like one of the books that I've seen. So it was always in my mind, like, is that right? Is that right? Is that what the boss should be doing? Then I started realizing, actually, it's okay to just admit the fault, because I want to learn quickly. When I admit my fault, I want to see what's the response like. When I'm being honest, what's my team like? Then I can truly unleash my real potential. Yeah. So dare to admit your fault. It's scary sometimes. It takes away some faith, but it is for the long-term growth. Trust in this. Third one, listen. Up to now, right, you start to realize it's something very basic. Patience, courage, listen. All these are simple things, right? But why am I sharing all these simple things? These are the foundations that's needed that sometimes we really overlook. I give an example of teaching swimming. I teach swimming a lot, so I always have a lot of swimming examples. So many times when my coach is stuck teaching somebody, let's say a full stroke of breaststroke. So whenever our coaches get stuck at teaching breaststroke, right, then they ask, hey, EJ, can you help me? I'm 4 class already. I still cannot get the students swim breaststroke for 25 meters. Then when I came in, you will always see almost the same process. I do not work on his breaststroke. I do not work on the symptom itself. I always try to identify what is the root of the problem. So most of the time I go back into breathing, something as basic as breathing. Then you can see the coach's face, this one I taught him already. I go into coming up for air, just pedaling. So I fix all the small foundations that is important. Then magically in 30 to 45 minutes, a person who's stuck at 9 meters suddenly can swim 50 meters in less than 1 hour. So that's why I truly believe in foundation building. It's sometimes what we think it's already there, but we think we already know, then we, no, let me skip. Yeah. So these are the important foundations that sometimes we might neglect. That's why I'm sharing all this. So listening. So as a leader, listening is very important. And how do you listen well is very common mistake that we make is we listen to get an answer. So we listen and we predict what they're going to say. We're ready to answer them already. So this is a big common mistake. One of the best thing that you can do when it comes to listening is asking questions. Oh, hi Dashni, thanks for dropping by. Hi Woods Events, thank you for being here. Really appreciate your time. So let's go back to listening. How do you ask questions? So let me give you an example. Our pool, we ran up to swimming coaches to come and teach, right? That means your so-called competitors can actually come here and teach at the same place. And we actually have a great coach. His name is Shauki. He runs My Swim Academy. He's very good at teaching triathlon. Yeah, people want to go into triathlon, wants to go into long distance swimming, open water swimming. He's a specialist for that, and that's not my specialty. But one of my coach shares that I think I want to teach triathlon. I'm a good swimmer, so I think triathlon about the same thing. So for me, the natural response is no. I want to focus on my specialty, helping people who are extremely afraid of water. But instead of saying no immediately, so what I do is I ask questions. So what's your experience when it comes to triathlon? Have you actually participated in it? Oh, not yet. Okay. How do you see that is similar? How do you see that is different? So as I ask more questions, right, then I go into questions like, okay, let's say if you're running it, we already have, let's say 20 students, and suddenly you leave this company. What's the backup plan for the company? Because we cannot just have a program, then shut down because the person running it no longer here, then open up and close again. We cannot have that instability, right? So then when it comes to those questions, it's tough questions. But what happens is if they really want it enough, they will work hard and answer all those questions. They'll find the answers to all those questions and make it work. And if that works, you can implement those ideas. And if it doesn't work, they realize, okay, this is something I need to work on. Yeah. So these are ways that you can listen and truly want to understand better. The other thing you can do is dare to share your challenges. Yeah. When somebody requests something from you that it's impossible for you to execute, instead of saying no, say, I would love to, but this is the things that I'm trying to balance. So when you share your challenges, you share what you are actually balancing, what's the difficulty that you have, sometimes they will help you solve those answers. And if they cannot have those answers to help you solve, at least they understand where are you coming from. They start to understand the complexity of your role as a leader, try to balance big things. Yeah. So, and that helps them, that grows them to see in a bigger picture, not just seeing it in their role. Yeah. So dare to listen and share your challenges when it comes to people giving them your ideas. Yeah. So be truly curious. Always be open to new, incomplete ideas. Yeah. Be open to new, incomplete ideas, because most of the time when our team members give us an idea, we often think about implementation. How are you going to get that? Yes, it's nice to have a swimming app, an app in my phone, but then what is it? How do I actually implement it? So sometimes when we get the idea and we feel that, oh, cannot implement, no, not practical, next. So when we go too fast this way, right, then we lose out a lot of good ideas. So there are times that sometimes this person have that idea, you can chip in a little bit, but you don't have the full answer. Then you bring up this same ideas to someone else chip in, then the puzzle will slowly form itself. Then an idea can really turn into reality. Yeah. So be truly open when you're listening Don't listen just to answer. Listen to be curious and be open to incomplete ideas. Shiwa says, our team practice to share experience, hurdle, challenges, achievement, resources, emotion. Lovely. That is a very good culture to have. Yeah. Often sharing within team members. Beautiful. Now, next thing, before I proceed further, right? What have you learned so far? I would like you to write into the chat, what is that one diamond of the day? Yeah, this our this 10x business consultant, Hanson Lau, he gave us a very good culture that he left behind. Is every time after our meeting we will share what is the diamond of the day. What did I learn from here? Is there something new? And I very often, many times, that I learn from other people's diamonds. I really learn a lot from someone's totally different perspective of the same thing. Yeah, you never know who you can learn from. Sometimes it's not from the slides itself. It's suddenly you get some inspiration. Maybe that's why it's not working. Yeah, so do write down your learning point in the comments. For me, I can only see it after 15 seconds. There's a delay in the Facebook. Yeah? So I'll look at it later. And if you have any questions, do write it down. I may not be able to answer immediately, but there'll be a Q&A sessions at the end. So in case you forget a question, you can always write down first. Our host, Vivian, will help to compile those questions. Yeah? Okay. So next, let's go into investing in people. So we all know about investing in people. We need to pay in order to play. So what are things that you can actually look at when it comes to investing in people? First is skill sets. So when it comes to building somebody to do the job better, always aim higher. Aim for you to give them the skills so that they can be as good as you or even better than you. Be open-minded enough that don't worry whether they will be your competitor one day. Don't worry if they will sabotage your company one day. You will definitely survive it. Yeah. But build their skill set so you can move on. Yeah. Build their skill set, like for example, learning Excel, teaching them how to use Excel. If you don't know, you have to start learning, then you teach them, send them links on where they can learn those skills. Like now our team members is learning about photography, videography. Teach them some skill set or help them sign up some course to pick up those skills. And it doesn't have to be paid. Yeah, if you're really small companies, there's a lot of free options available. Hi, Drowning Awareness SEA. Thanks for dropping by. Mindset. So next thing, when it comes to investing, we need to help them to have a better mindset. And one of the common things when it comes to mindset is avoid using the word common sense. Yeah. I've avoided this word for a very, very long time already, and it really helped me a lot. Many times when someone else doesn't know something so simple, it's very common for us to say, hey, this is common sense. Why don't you know it? It's very common for us to think like that. But know that this is their life, and this is what you know about their life. Everybody grows up differently. You don't know what's happening in the background and why they don't get such common knowledge is very normal. So be very forgiving when it comes to passing knowledge, teaching them what is right or wrong, in a very patient way, because not everybody have the same basics as you have. Yeah. Then tool set. Once they have a good right way of thinking, once they have a good skills, don't forget tools as well. Yeah. So like my team, our company grows extremely fast that it's actually really overwhelming for me. When we first managed, we only have like 100 students, then suddenly next year it's 200, then 300, then we reached 600, and all managed by one admin. Yeah. So it's really difficult. So if we only have one admin managing it, they'll be really overloaded. They'll be really overwhelmed, and they cannot do a good job. So we start looking at what are the investments that we can make. Last time we used to track a lot of things manually by paper. Then we go into Google Sheet. Then we buy a POS system. Then we see a better POS system. We discard out the old POS, invest in a new one in a very short time. Yeah, and don't worry about things that need to pay. Many times when we are small, think about what can be free. I'll give you an example. Look into productivity tools like productivity apps. Look at a Google Chrome extension. One of the common Google Chrome extension I use is Auto Text Expander. Let me just type it in the chat. Auto Text Expander. So this is a shortcut that you have to learn how to use. Eventually, when you talk about when you want to type something really long, let's say for me, most common thing I type my address. People ask, where are you from? So instead of me typing PJ Palm Sports Center 1 Lawrence 1, I just need to type PJ $. I can set my own shortcuts. Then the whole address will come up. So instead of saying thank you very much, I can just type TQ. Then the whole thing will come automatically. So this really saves a lot of time. Yeah. So think about what are the skill sets, mindset, and tool set that you can pass to your team members, that you can invest in them for you to grow. Yeah. And when it comes to investment, one of the most common thing that I always practice is putting their needs above yours. So these are actions. These are not words. Like when both my home shower is not functioning, the office shower is not functioning, but I have limited money. Which one do I invest first? I invest in the office first. There was a year I saved up a down payment to buy my first BMW. I was really excited. So when I saved that 30,000, I feel, okay, it's time to get my own BMW. But you know what happened? I started to realize, I know my team make a lot already. My coaches make 30-40% of my revenue. There's a lot of money given. That's more than enough. But then I feel people should have like a bonus. People should feel appreciated once a year, at least feel that what are things that have been highlighted. So you know what I did? I postponed my BMW purchase. I just take the 30,000, dump into the whole appreciation night, give people the cash, give people the prizes, and I really feel very happy for it. The next year, again, I managed to save. I make the same decision. Okay, BMW can wait. Then again, I dump the money into people, and guess what? We really grow exponentially. And by the time that the third year, that's like 2 years ago, I managed to save up for both the BMW and an appreciation night as well. So end of the day, investing in your people, the ROI is really, really high. So dare to make that call. I hope those examples are clear enough that you can relate. If I'm not clear enough, please feel free to write it down, any questions that you have. Hi, Nicole, William, thanks for coming. Now let's talk about opportunities to fail. This is inspired by one of my team members. His name is Maniganda. He's in the chat here. His family, I think his sister works in a very reputable company that probably everyone here would know. One day she asked, my company is very big and powerful, but they are not doing the things that your company is doing for you. Why? What is the platform that your company is giving you for you to succeed? Yeah? What is the company giving you as a platform for you to succeed? You know what Mani's answer is? He said, no, there's no platform for me to succeed. The company gave me a platform to fail. Everyone was like, what? Fail? Yes. The platform to fail is extremely important if you want to be a high growth company. Yeah. Because like the example that I had earlier, fear really limits potential. When half of us is thinking about consequences, I'll get scolded and all, very little amount of brain power is thinking about formulas. How do I make things work? So when we create an opportunity to fail, we create an environment where we are happy when people are failing. When they are not doing it right, when they lose money, we say, hey, it's okay, don't worry, we're learning from it. We make them feel so comfortable that it's okay to fail. You do not need to add the extra guilt. When someone is failing, right, they really feel very guilty. I didn't close that customer. I said something wrong. The customer was very unhappy. I affected my brand. I affected the name of my boss. They already have this insight, although they didn't tell you. But when you are really relaxed about it, you let them know that it's important, but then don't worry too much about it. Just keep growing. What will happen is they feel liberated. They feel, it's okay to fail. I'll keep trying again and again. I'll make sure that one day I'm so good at my sales that the customer doesn't lose customers anymore. The company doesn't lose customers anymore. They will have their own initiative coming from their insights. Yeah. So allow them to fail. It's just like doctors. Doctors heal people, but doctors are not gods. Doctors do make a lot of mistakes. Doctors are just as human as we are. So, but what happens? What does doctors do? They always document the ways that they are doing it wrong. I gave the wrong medicine, I didn't cut it right, I was too tired at the time. They constantly document so the next doctor don't make the same mistake for the next generation. That's how technology keeps improving. Yeah. So document it, allow it to fail. As long as we try our best, then it's okay to fail. Yeah. So when it comes to allowing to fail, one of the most common questions that business owners will ask is, if they fail so much, wouldn't we lose all our customers? Then we allow them to manage our social media, then suddenly they say one wrong thing, everybody bashes in social media. What happens? Yeah, that's a risk that you will take. My risk in my company is huge. It's more than that. It's more than just social media, face and branding. It's life. I entrust Mani Ganda, Mani is our team members as a chief lifeguard, to the lives of the public to his hands. So all the lifeguard under his management, it only takes one lifeguard to fall asleep on the job. At a crucial moment, one guy just needs to fall asleep on the job, we're all screwed. Our reputation will be gone. Yeah. So the risk is very, very big. In business, there's always risk, but dare to take calculated risks. For example, when we invest in events, we want somebody to try something new, I always push my team to be a leader of events, even if I know they are not capable for it. When they're not capable for it, I get other team members to create a support structure to help them at their weakness. And I always don't look at what's the best possible outcome. Best possible outcome, I don't need to look at it. I only look at what's my break-even point. What is it that I don't make money is okay, I don't lose money, but somebody here, a lot of people here is going to learn a lot from this experience. This is my first focus. When I were to focus on that, then next is, what's the worst case scenario? If they screw up, what will be the worst thing that can happen? How much money will I lose? So I will just look at the potential. If they lose face, how can I have a comeback? How do I fix it? So I have to keep thinking many steps ahead. If they fail here, how do I rescue it? If I lose this money, how many percentage of it is when it comes to my profit? So make those calculations in your mind and take those risks. Yeah? So you don't want to like all in, leave everything to the person that you don't even know and trust that they can do the job. So it's not just taking risks, but take calculated risks. Hey, thanks Dashi for dropping by. Dashi is the amazing person that I would like to share about later. She's the leader of our swim science program. She makes it possible for our team to go online, to bring swimming online. Yeah, so that's Dashi Balakrishnan. Very proud of you. Thanks for coming. Thanks for joining. Now, next is freedom and trust. In our team, as you hear from the introduction video earlier, our team don't need to give MC when it comes to when they're sick. But then you start to worry that if they don't give MC, you're trusting them too much, right? They would abuse it, right? How do you actually control that? Yeah? Is that in your mind? So one of the thing is, remember when you set up a system that doesn't trust them. When you set up a system that doesn't trust them, for example, you want the MC. So what happens is, what if you're sick and you don't want to go for a doctor? Think about it. How many times do you actually go to a doctor when you're sick? Most of the time you just rest at home, right? Most of the time, yeah, that's majority of the time, unless you're really having big problems. So what if your team have the same issue? They don't want to go to the doctor. You're forcing them with your system. You're forcing them to buy an MC to give it to you. In their mind, their calculation will be, I make about 60 ringgit a day, make 100 ringgit a day, buy MC only 30 ringgit. Okay, never mind, just drive all the way there, pay 30 ringgit, buy MC, give the company. You're setting an infrastructure, you're setting a culture for them to cheat you. Yeah. So when you have a system that does not trust your team, you're creating a culture for them to want to cheat you because no choice. You put them in that position. So think about it. But how do you counter? How do you counter it? Share consequences. If you feel that person is really abusing it, talk to them. Really get to know them better. Share concern. Hanson, this business coach, he shared with me one of the most memorable quote is, people will care as long as, I forgot the actual quote already, but it's mainly about people will care as long as they know that you care. Yeah. Anybody can remind me of what that quote is? Dashi, Hanson, if you're here. So basically, if you care enough for people, you will see it coming back for you. So how do you be a friend? How do you make a friend? You should be a friend. Yeah. So trust, dare to trust. Then how do you counter it? Is by covering their weakness. So I have a team member. Okay, so since she's here, Dashi, her health is not at tip-top condition. So very often that she gets sick, she can't go to work, and it's an operational problem. Sometimes you have to cancel our students last minute. Sometimes she's also a special needs teacher. So when deals with special needs, special needs are not consistent. Sometimes they have a lot of outbursts and she have to manage, and then she's late for work here. So then that's a big problem for our company, right? So then there's many tough choices where sometimes people will feel, hey, cannot, does she keep late like this? It's very not smooth. But I know that she understands this. I know that she's mature enough to understand this. So what do? Instead of scolding, I just bring the attention to her, just try our best. At the same time, I have more backup plans. Make sure that we have more coaches during those times. We anticipate, if there's last minute cancel, we have more coaches to cover. So then it's perfect. It makes the operation smooth again. So everyone here have a different type of weakness, even myself. During this CMCO, I have a lot of symptoms of depression. I cannot sleep properly. I play a lot of video games. My team can see this. But because I've been covering their weakness a lot during their downtime, during my downtime, you can see by action, they just reciprocate the same understanding, the same forgiveness, the same encouragement back to me. And that's why I'm still sane, thanks to everyone on my team, Rosaimi, Dashi, all my leaders, Kelly. They are the ones that makes it possible for me to hold on strong, even though our pool has been closed for 9 months in this short 1 year period. Yeah. So that's freedom and trust. If you have any questions, please write down in the chat, just in case you forget it later. And Vivian will help to bring it out later, and I'll try to answer it. Yeah. Yes, Dashi, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Beautiful quote. There's something that you can write down and remember it. Thanks, Dashi. Okay, next is gratitude. Gratitude as a business owner, this is really your superpower. Why do I say that? If you go to many surveys in different parts of the countries around the world, it's almost having the same key factor. People feel that they are not appreciated. That's why they leave. Yeah, that's the number one reason why people quit their job. Second is having a bad supervisor. Yeah. So think about gratitude. And if you think you've already done it, you've already said thank you, think about what can I do more? The secret lies in the small little things that matter. Really, really small. Things like, let's say, a cleaner didn't show up. One of your team members starts sweeping the floor. They're not told to, but they are just do it because they think it's right. Acknowledge that immediately. Instantly, thank you so much for doing that. Sometimes we overlook, especially when we're really busy, we're really stressed out, we missed out, right? We see something like this, immediately make it as a priority to appreciate them, no matter how small. Someone bought a pisang goreng to the company. Thank you so much for it. Really appreciate as much as you can, as often as you can. You see that cycle, that kind of culture will keep passing by. Everybody will keep being more grateful to each other, and you create an environment, right, where you don't really need to manage. It becomes just a positive culture among itself. And whenever maybe a new hire that you bring in that you don't know, that person is like a politician trying to take sides, trying to create politics, they cannot survive in this environment. It's too positive for them. Yeah. So dare to build all this infrastructure. So whatever, sometimes you accidentally hire wrongly, the structure can be very, very stable. The team members will start taking care of each other. So know that running as a business owner, it is a big responsibility. Because I'm not sure about you, but when I was starting a business, when I quit my corporate job and going into business, one of the most common thing that I think of is, as a business owner, once I go into business, I'll be making a lot of money, I have a lot of freedom, a lot of free time, and go travel wherever I want. Actually, it's not the case. It's not about me. When I start to realize that when it's not about me, it's about taking care of someone else, then only it will come back. I realized that it's a very heavy responsibility. Yeah. So when you start taking responsibility for your team members, whether it's appreciating them, listening to them, you see it as part of the duty as a business owner, you start to realize that formula will just automate the way you run your business. Next is this is the last three things I'm going to share. I've got another 15 minutes left. Just a quick one. How do you hire right? How do you even bring the right people in at the first place? One of the first things I do is make them feel comfortable during the interview. One of the feedback I love most from one of the coaches was, this is the best interview I've ever had. No stress, no someone asking what you're looking for in the next 5 years, what's your weakness, how can you bring value to the company. There's no such nice questions. And so I feel so comfortable. I feel like this is a place that I want to join. Yeah. So making them comfortable by making them relax, don't have very stressful questions at the beginning, build that bond, find that common thing that you have, and share those common things. Like when I hire a lot of college kids, I ask them about games. Because I play games, I talk about games, and it kind of put down their gut. You sort of, hey, this is a very fun boss, this is a nice boss. What will happen is when they put their gut down, right, they are more open and they're more honest to the questions that you have later. Yeah. So when you have important questions later, and you make them feel comfortable at the beginning, high likely they will answer it truthfully. Now, what's next is setting expectation. When I think about the journey over the years, right, one of the things I keep improving in my hiring process, in my interviewing process, is I start seeing what's the problems that they face, then they leave. Like sometimes I just realized, like a few years ago, one of the coaches quit because they realized, actually I teach swimming, I'll become dark. So to me, I thought that's common sense. I thought that when you become a swimming coach, right, it's natural to lose your fairness, you become dark. So I thought that is a very common thing. So again, nothing is common sense. So then every time when it comes to interview, I would share, okay, one of the difficulties of this job, right, is one, you are very cold in the water, especially when you teach long hours. Are you okay with cold water? And the sun is really bright during tough days and you'll get dark. Do you think it's something that you can handle? So when you ask questions like this, you set those expectations, right? They will be more ready. By the time they hit that roadblock, that some of your past people quit because of it, they start feeling, okay, I need to persevere. I like this thing. Sometimes they justify themselves. Oh, no, I love tan skin. So when they say that, yeah, they are more ready. They are more ready to continue a job and face whatever difficulties they need to face. So like, for example, even my team members, all admins, I share with them, we need to work 6 days a week, 10 hours a day. That's a long one. So I set the the heavy expectation of that long hours. So if they're really ready for it, they'll come in. Then it's up to my flexibility to say, go back early. If there's no work, go back early. So you give yourself that leverage when you set a higher expectation, and when they come in, they're not so shocked. They don't quit so early. Yeah, hope that helps. Okay, so Martin Lee asked, what will you do if you take care of your staff, but they just take for granted? Awesome. I'll answer this at the end of the presentation. Thanks for the question. Very good question. So next, when it comes to hiring, is remember to sell your vision. Yeah, many of us Malaysian, we are shy, right? Sometimes we just want to do. Let's say we are cooking curry mee, we just want to cook the curry mee. We don't share like what's the big thing, afraid that we might not meet it. But dare to share your vision. What's your future goal? What are you building towards? Because when you share that upfront before they join your company, right, they'll get really excited and sometimes not just excitement, they can have good ideas for you even before they join your company. And that gets them to see the excitement in their eyes, the light in their eyes. See, are they really that excited by your vision, or just not much? So you get to keep improving the way that you sell your vision. When you sell a vision, people are excited to join you. They're not just there for the money anymore. They're there to fight for the same cause that you have. And questions to look out for. So usually one of the question I try to avoid is talking about money. Yeah. So once I finish the interview, then I will ask him, what is anything else you want to know about the company? So most of the time, right, those who says, I'm ready to start, when can I start? I'm very excited. Can I start tomorrow? You see, when you see the excitement, that goes up into my A list already. But if the question is, how much will I get paid? How many annual leaves will I get? If I don't come, do I need to give MC? If they go into questions like this, right? Although they are really talented, they are very smart, I will still put them in my B list. So to me, interview is very important because that is who you let into your gate. Once they get into the gate, there's a lot of things to fix, but if you do the filter right, it's like who goes into your heaven. So you build your heaven to be as beautiful, as amazing as possible. So watch out for all these questions of what gives you a hint of what type of person they are. But then if you're a small business owner, right, you ask, but sometimes I don't have choice. Like now today we have 2 years ago, before the MCO, we have like 300 applicants to be a swim and 12 coach when we have one advertising ads. But 6 years ago, I can only hire whoever walks into my door. Because I don't know who wants to be a swimming coach. I'm not good at branding, not good at marketing. So whoever comes in, okay, take. So if you are small and you're not good at marketing yet, you can always take whoever that comes in your door first, then which means that at that point, use that opportunity to train yourself to be more patient, train yourself to guide that person. Whether the person will stay with you forever or not doesn't matter. Always take it as a practice ground that you're trying to be better, and the person leave, you keep thinking, how do I help the next person? How do I make sure that that person doesn't leave so early? What did I miss out in the past one? So take whoever that you have until you get better at hiring. Okay. Good. Hey, thanks, Yeap, for asking, how do you sell your vision to potential candidates? Awesome. Okay, I'll get into that question at the last end. Now, managing conflicts. So one of the common thing is that in a company is we are not a perfect company. There's always conflicts. There's people who disagree with each other. It's very normal. And sometimes people don't believe in you. So what do? One of my most common thing is being transparent. My time is almost up. I got 1 more minute. Let me just quickly wrap up. Being transparent is really important. Like for me, when I was younger, I want to avoid the questions. At the time was girlfriend, now wife. I wanted to avoid the question of, where do you go today? What do you do? Who do you meet? Who do you talk to? I want to avoid all these questions. So what did I do? I radically did a crazy thing where I said, okay, you have my phone password, you have my Facebook password, your Instagram password, you have everything. And most importantly, you have my calendar. I follow my calendar religiously. So you know at any point of time, you do not need to ask me. You will know where am I, where am I going to. So when I'm so transparent, right, I no longer have this kind of questions. I have a peace of mind. Life becomes very efficient. Same for our team members as well. My leaders know how much each other makes, know how much I make. So I just have to make sure that everyone, whatever they make, is really deserving. I must be very fair when it comes to that point. I have to balance that better. Yeah. So being transparent as you can, especially during MCO, I share with my team. I say at this amount of period, if we don't bring in the income, we're going to close down. Yeah. So when I'm transparent, you'll be surprised. Those who are really with you, they will fight all the way for you. And welcome open challenges. Sometimes there are people who are like, sometimes you feel they're really rude. You are paying them, but they challenge you in front of team members. They help you lose face. Actually, don't see that as a problem. See that as an opportunity to practice. Practice what? When you have a bigger vision, right? Like for us, we are so small. We only have 2 branches. But my vision is we want to be a company that becomes a certification company for swimming coaches around the world. We want people to learn the way of how we teach swimming in 12 hours or lesser. We want to help coaches have better quality of coaching. So we want to be a world standard. So imagine when we become world standard, there's a lot more problems. Like AirAsia. AirAsia is doing its best to grow as much as it can, as fast as it can. He's doing his best to improve their services. But yet, a lot of people use their service, yet a lot of people complain as well, right? So there'll be a lot of open challenges. And if it's happened internally, it is your practice ground. If someone brings out an issue, hey, why we are paid so little? Why is this not fair? And it's in front of everybody, this is your opportunity to explain yourself. When you're transparent enough, your answers will be very easy to come up. And when you are open to it, your goal is to inspire everyone else to see what are you trying to balance. What are the challenges that you face? If they can understand that, you'll be much more well respected. And that's where loyalty starts to build. Okay. So I believe my time is up, right, Vivian? So we have to go into Q&A. Let me just if you allow me, please let's go for one more. Just write in the chat, let's go for one more. If you allow me to go for just one more slide. The last thing I'd like to share is let go. As a business owner, don't be afraid that your team members, your employees will be better than you. Train them to be better than you, and that's how you move up. Why you need to move up? For example, I was a one-man coach and I hire one admin, just two of us. Then, in order for me to move up, I need to hire coaches. I pay them, but it's a very painful process because it means I make lesser. I make lesser by hiring people. Then I have to be a supervisor to them, right? If I don't teach them to be as good as I am, now I will still have to be teaching swimming. Yeah, not because I want to, but because I have to. So I don't want to be teaching because I have to. I train my team so good enough that many coaches are even better than me in teaching already. And that's why I can let myself go and focus on something else. I can run operations, and when it's run smoothly, I teach the people to have the right skill set, right tool set. They get better than me in operations. They run the whole show. I can exit operations. I can go into marketing, I can go into sales. Then you keep repeating that process. Yeah. So dare to let go, make yourself obsolete. Like for now, although I'm my own business owner, I still think that now I'm only a state manager, a state branch manager. I only have two branches in one state. So in order for me to expand to other states, to be a country manager, I need to teach my branch manager to take over my place, that he can be as good as me when it comes to managing state or better than me. Then I can move into country. Then it keeps going up. Okay, so that's all I have. Remember, if they don't move up, you can never move up. So dare to let go. The world is really big. There's more customers that you can handle. Even if your team becomes your competitor, don't worry about it. It's a very small drop in the ocean. There's unlimited customers. Yeah. All right. So, and that's all. Thank you so much for the extra 4 minutes, Vivian. My name is EJ. If you don't know me, I run a swimming school called Swim in 12, where we help our students to learn to swim in 12 hours. Right. So thank you for the opportunity. And now let's have Vivian back up and go into Q&A sessions. Yeah.
Thank you so much, EJ. Wow, I think I learned a lot of your company culture here. So before this, I know EJ is a really, really nice guy, really very generous person. He cares so much, not only about his own team, he cares about people around him. So I once used to MC at his school before, and he remembered that until now. He still sends me gifts, and they even had this time where Lee Chong Wei movie was premiered. So EJ booked the whole cinema hall. He invited all the students, the coaches, even who else? I remember a couple of us, some of the artists as well. So he invited his whole network. Can you guys believe that? I was like, wow, this guy really blown my mind. I've never ever received this kind of invitation before from my clients, Yeah.
Thank you, Vivian.
I think he is truly a really great leader, someone I really respect as well. So here we have EJ. We're going to open up for Q&A right now. Let's start with Martin's question first, okay? So Martin has a question for you. What would you do if you take care of your staff but they just take it for granted?
So again, we look inwards. If they are taking for granted, what if it's me that haven't teach them how to appreciate the small little things? Yeah. So like now, in fact, last 2020, last year itself, where it was difficult, pool was closed, but I still still create an appreciation day and spend money that's more than the income that comes in. I still do that, but then employees that think, why I didn't get that award? I should have been given this. But at this point, there's already a layer of my management team to share about gratefulness. Share about you actually realize the company don't even have extra income, and he's still giving out. Then they start changing our mind about appreciation already. Yeah? So sometimes when we actually have to teach our team members how to be grateful, to appreciate the little things, and sometimes it could be them doing something and we didn't appreciate them enough. We didn't say enough thank yous on the little small things. When we appreciate those little small things, it often comes back again. Yeah. So that's why my layer of generals, the big top management, they're always very grateful because they've seen, they've experienced, they're not just heard about it, but they've experienced the whole gratefulness two ways. And that's why they're able to train the next generation who's new here to be more grateful as well.
And speaking about that, how should we practice, how should we teach people to be more grateful?
How do we teach? For me, it's inspired by action. It's like loyalty. When I talk about it, we don't talk about loyalty, or we don't talk about gratefulness. If possible, we must be grateful itself. We must be grateful to every small thing. Thanks for washing the club. Thanks for wiping the table, although that's not your job scope. So we have to have a new eye in see what is a small thing that we may have neglected. Yeah? When we look inwards, there are really things that we really didn't see. It's just that because sometimes our mindset is, I pay him what? That is his job. But if he doesn't do his job, why am I paying him, right? So sometimes when we go into that mindset, we indirectly sometimes accidentally become entitled. We feel that just because I pay that person must do the job for me. So, but if we don't see it at that level, we see it at everybody is equal. Even if they are paid, they are not paid, we really must appreciate them. You'll see it come back. It comes back. So it's a very slow farming process. So it's not an instant where I say something, boom, everybody be grateful already. There's no instant success magical pill. It's a small, long, like planting seed. For it to become a tree, you need to keep watering every day.
Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing this concept. I'm going to start to apply this. So thank you to all the audience for supporting us. All right. So next,
That's great.
Next question we have from Siwa. How do you sell your vision to the potential candidate?
How do you sell your vision to potential candidate? So for me, I would share of my history. I will ask for permission. If you allow me, I will share how do I start and how do I end. So for me, I will just share, like I started as a one-man coach, and why I get into this business is because I felt that there's a lot of coaches who were certified but couldn't deliver the results. That's why there's people who've been learning swimming for 7 months, 9 months, still holding the board, still afraid of water. So I feel that because I see that, then I experimented, I innovated, and I able to deliver it. That's why I feel that I can do much more. Now I'm able to train my team members to do what I do, but I want to be able to teach people around overseas. I want Malaysian to be proud, to look at it and say, this is a Malaysian system. This is not any other system out there because sometimes our perception is Angmo is better. As long as it's an Angmo system, whether it's UK or Australia, that is better. So to me, it's not necessary. Their system could work for them at their level. There are some things that works. Like for example, Uber was really powerful in the US. But when it comes to Malaysia, right, it does not mean that they can conquer the market. Grab is all local and they can still win it, right? So this dare to share the vision that it may seem impossible, but we must really believe in it. We must use our choice of words to path out the way, what do we see in the future? How will it be like? Yeah? So as we are able to share that, then people will look into it. I want to be part of it. That is exciting. I don't want to just go to work and just because I'm there to collect money. I want to be part of this vision where I also want to make Malaysia proud, but in my own way. Yeah? So when it comes to vision, right, everybody got their own goals and dreams.
Yes.
So when you share your dream, and you also want to know about their dreams as well. What is their vision? What is their dreams? So for example, there was one time I hired a deaf coach who lost his hearing. So his dream was to hope that the company, that more Malaysian companies can treat the disabled equally, get the same pay as long as they can get the same pay as a hearing person. He hoped to have an infrastructure, a company culture that's very welcoming, very fair for disabled. That's not my vision. But then I felt that's an interesting vision. I want to incorporate that into my company as well. So suddenly we are both heading to the same direction, but in the same car. Yeah? Later on, the direction, it might be the same, it might be different, but it's almost the same path. So tumpang car together and go to the same place. But if there will be a point where, let's say they feel, no longer, they need to leave because maybe different vision and more, different understanding more. It's okay. We are happy for them. And to me, like loyalty is not just staying in the company. To me, even if the team leaves the company for a greater opportunity, I truly encourage that. You can ask many of our team members here, those who have left, right? They say, "Oh, I actually have this opportunity. Do you think I should go?" I will go into more questions first. How much are they paying? What do they learn? What do they do? So if I think, okay, this is really good, go ahead. So I used to have like a coach. I'm so dependent on him, right? Then suddenly he says, "Oh, I got sponsored by this Japanese government for me to study 3 years for free, how to make policies." Then I was like, "Whoa, that's amazing! Go for it." Although it brings trouble to me because then I have to teach more because I if he leaves, I'm already dependent on him. I have to teach radio. I have to be more busy on teaching. But put them first. Put them first, and you realize many times it comes back in many folds. Like I have Vanessa, she's a yoga instructor. I have Carol, also a yoga instructor. They always think of me. Every time when they think about swimming, got opportunities, they still think of me. To me, that is loyalty. It does not mean that you're staying together in the same ship all the time. It just means that we're always helping each other.
Wow. I am really inspired. I think if EJ, if I'm someone who is not afraid of the rain, I'm not someone who's afraid of the sun, I will also be touched and join your company. Like sign me up.
Thank you.
But I heard because you said one of the requirement is you must not be afraid of the sun. Okay, so let's move on to the next question. From Drowning Awareness C, I think it's association. What did you read that made you change and become the person you became today? Tell us one book which you remember helping you along the way.
What is the books that I read? Books, YouTube play a very big role. For me, there's a lot of factors. I think one of the inspiring guy is Simon Sinek. He's a lot about people, taking care of people. And sometimes when you listen to talks like this, even mine, sometimes it doesn't make sense at that time. Or if you are impossible, he doesn't know what he's talking about. It's very normal to think that way. So sometimes when I think about Simon Sinek, or I look at Netflix. Netflix is like my idol company culture. A lot of things that we're already practicing it already, but we are not selling it the way that they do. But sometimes I say, but how do you do this? This is impossible. I cannot afford it. Like for example, I say I'll only pay top dollars to hire the best people. I say, I do wish, but I don't have that profit yet. So every time when it doesn't make sense to you, it's okay. Just keep in mind. You don't have to absorb every single thing from the person. Just keep it in mind. Keep it open first. Don't immediately reject the idea that is different from yours. Yeah? So Simon Sinek, Netflix. This Obama is a very big inspiration for me. I follow him a lot because he really does the impossible. He's a new guy in his industry as well. So when there's a lot of people who's way more experienced, but then he can inspire people. He really cares for people. He's sincere. He has his own weaknesses as well. He has his own mistakes as well that affected a lot of people. But yet, as long as you're doing your best for your 70-80%, that's good enough in this imperfect life.
I think when you were presenting earlier on, I immediately link you with Simon Sinek, Leaders Eat Last.
My team actually bought me that book as well.
Good, go and read it.
I'm a more YouTube person, so I like to watch YouTube. I can ×2, so I listen faster.
Okay, so guys, you all know what to do. Yeah, find him the link. All right. So EJ, I know you have a big team, and I see that every time when you post up the hiring, looking for interns, the amount is crazy. Like you mentioned, 300 overs. So how do you actually manage such a big team?
I'm actually not ready for it. Actually, nobody is. I'm not sure about other people, but I think a common person is not ready for fast growth because it's like you have to change very fast. You have a certain personality, but that personality can only help you to manage like 5%. But when it goes to 10% already, you have to think very differently. manage like 20%, 30%, you have to manage very differently. Your whole personality have to change. Like one of the example I can give you is, you see, people are promoted, right? People move up because they are the most hardworking in the team. They bring in the most value. But once you promote them up, right, then they are not supposed to work so hard in terms of the actual hard labor itself. When you promote to someone to be a manager, and for me, I always see myself as promoting myself up as a manager as well. We're not supposed to do so much work. We're supposed to be doing the things that your team cannot do. You must be more strategic, really. So whenever you go into like changes like that, you must be able to adapt very quickly to know that I may not be the same me 1 year ago, 2 years ago. So sometimes if we are too stubborn in saying, I know that doesn't feel like me, I cannot become like that, then we are giving ourselves our own cap. We are capping our own limitation. Yeah. So dare to change, dare to upgrade. So whenever you are not ready for it, just feel that it's okay. Sometimes it's really too fast for you, it's really stressful for you. Chill a little while. Then when the inspiration comes, then you build up again. So you don't need to like grow all the time. You can chill for a while and go up again when it's the right time.
Admit your mistake also. It's actually one of the point where you make us go further as well.
Yes. When it comes to admitting a mistake, that the whole thing that I shared earlier, I believe all those are formulas for us to examine in detail. And when you do all this, it's like all the stars align, right? Then you naturally see you start building a great team. So it's not like one magical pill. It's all those things that I've mentioned before. And this is a Facebook Live. You can always review again and again, take notes, print screen, and see what else you may have missed that looks so simple, looks so basic. Yeah. So go into those. Then when it comes to managing your team, you feel no matter how fast you grow, as long as your team is loyal, the team is passionate because of your actions, you feel more relaxed. You feel more easygoing.
I think all those you shared is like the foundation for us to build a successful, a very strong company.
Yeah. Because the non-foundations, a lot can learn from many places. You can get a business consultant to go into technicalities. You can hire a marketing guru to teach you marketing strategies. But when those strategies work, it brings in money, and you can't manage your team operationally, then you have to review back on the foundations itself. Is it stable?
Yeah. Okay. Any more questions from the floor? If not, I'm going to ask my last question to EJ, which is slightly tricky a little bit. Just want to know your point of view in here. So EJ, because I know you care a lot for Swimming 12, and also you care a lot for your family. How do you weigh between your family and Swimming 12?
Okay. Realistically, to me, there is no the perception of balance is 50-50, right? So to me, there is 50-50 is not the balance. It depends on what is your priority. Like for me, the priority is to achieve that goal of being an international certification provider. So I must be very realistic that if I put in 50% of the time, I'm 50% of the speed. So I invest 80% of my time in Swimming 12, 20%, or sometimes even 10% to my family. And family, there's a lot. That's my mother, that's my mother-in-law, that's my wife, that's my kids. So it's sometimes all this is divided within the 20%. So to me, that is balance itself because of the goals that I want to achieve. But there are times that I take breaks. For example, so I go when before MCO, I took my wife overseas. We go 2 weeks to Europe, to some other countries, Finland and all. So to me, that is a time where you fully spend with your company, with your family, nothing else. When during Chinese New Year, you let everything go only with your family. So when it's time to be with your family, you go 100%. But when it's time to achieve your goals, 80-20 for me is the balance itself. So, and how do I waste less time? My circle of friends itself is my colleagues already. Whenever I'm playing video games, I'm looking for friends to play video games, I'm playing among my colleagues. I'm going for basketball, for exercise, I go with my colleagues. Go clubbing or anything in the past, right? It's all my colleagues. So then I don't need to have like external friends that I need to go around. And that's why my team, the relationship is very strong. But of course, eventually I have to move on as well. As I go bigger, it is my team's responsibility to build a closer relationship with them, and I have to build a stronger network with someone outside already. So to me, that is the balance that I slowly shift throughout different stages.
Well noted. Yeah, thank you for sharing with that. Like how you put what is your priority first and go with that as well. Yep. Point taken for me, hopefully for you guys as well. So Dashini says swim in 12 is family.
Yes, I love her so much.
Rashmi said it's really inspiring here. We also have Martin who says very insightful. Looking forward for more speech like this.
Oh, thank you so much, Martin. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for participating. Hi, Zani. Hi, Aquaputra. Hey, but Aquaputra is they're also a swimming school, and they specialize in special needs as well. And their specialty is helping lifeguard rescue. Yeah. So if anyone is looking for building your rescue lifeguarding skills, Aquaputra is the person to go to. In our industry, we help each other very much. I think we have R&J. R&J also another swimming school is fast growing. So we build a community not just in our swim in 12 team as well. We're slowly expanding to include our swimming industry as well. So we really take care of each other and help each other. Bianca is a great person. Is very, very generous. She helps to take out the drowning statistics during MCO. You know, in MCO time, everybody's closed, right? There's still hundreds of people drowning. So, and that's a good statistic that helps us open our pool as well, thanks to Bianca's research. Yeah. Thanks everyone for being here. Hi Sue, Stephen, thanks for coming. Lick, thank you so much.
Hi Sue. All right. I think it's a great session with you, EJ. We should catch up soon, okay, pretty soon. So EJ, before we end this session, before we wrap up, is there anything else you'd like to say?
I just want to thank everyone for making time to be here. It's a two-way thing. Other than just sharing, I'm also learning from the reactions, from the questions, and I'm very happy to be here. Thank you so much for introducing me into this platform. Because I see a lot of speakers are international speakers, great speakers. I am not a good speaker. I'm probably good at managing my team, very good at teaching swimming. I'm very nervous. Probably you can see at the beginning as well. I'm like shaking. But thanks to your opportunity, I'm able to share this to everyone. So I hope you really benefit from this talk. Thank you.
You are an inspiration to all of us, EJ. Best takeaway. Yes, best takeaways is what's it. All right, EJ. You know what? I saw you did this pump out thing in your video. Let's do this before we do this. Shall we do it? So you need to say something when you do this, like yay or what?
Yeah, let's just call 100x Connecting Entrepreneurs.
Okay, because they asked, okay, let's just 100x Connecting Entrepreneurs, all right? So 3, 2, 1.
100x Connecting Entrepreneurs.
All right, thank you so much, EJ. I hope you and your team and Swim in 12 all the best in your future endeavors. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. It was always a lovely time to talk to EJ. He's a really nice person. I think you can feel from his presentation, he is really very sincere. He just gives. He's someone who just gives and doesn't really ask much. So I hope that if you guys enjoy sessions like these, please remember to join our membership, okay? Join our platform, 100x Connect. It's a free platform for entrepreneurs. So 100x is also a platform that we also we value giving. We value people out there. So we want to help entrepreneurs, okay? It's a platform for entrepreneurs by entrepreneurs. And if you believe in the same value as us, do come and join our 100x Connects team, our community here. It's absolutely free. You just have to go to www.100x.com/membership. By the way, if you love the session, remember to fill out the feedback form for our speaker, for us, 100x, and for me as well. For what else can we do to improve ourselves in a summit? All right, let us know, okay, in our submit form, in our feedback form. And I think, you know what, it's time for the giveaway. Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, make sure you have shared, you have liked, you have commented. Now I'm going to give you guys the keyword, okay, the keyword. So let's have swimming. The keyword goes with swimming because you know what, I really do miss swimming. I think the only sport that I love is swimming, preferably indoor swimming, not outdoor. I don't really enjoy running. I don't really enjoy other basketball or badminton, yes, but not so frequent. So the one that I really love is still swimming. Yeah. So yes, keyword is swimming. Everyone just type swimming. Swimming is the keyword. Yes, agreed. Very sincere sharing, Izani says. Truly very sincere. Alright, everyone, now type swimming down below in the comment box. Okay, type swimming. So you stand a chance to win a 30 ringgit Shopee cash voucher. Okay, 30 ringgit Shopee cash voucher. Everyone just type swimming down below in the comment box. Okay, make sure you have also shared because I want to see the word sharer on top of your name. Yeah, the word sharer on top of your name. Okay, are we all ready? 30 ringgit Shopee cash voucher. All right, let's go with number 25. Okay, number 25. Okay, let's see. Yeah, comment number 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 25 is... We have Darshini! Darshini, congratulations to you, Darshini. You are the first lucky winner, Darshini. Yay! Congratulations, Darshini. You have the first one. You're going to win the 30 ringgit Shopee cash voucher. So contact us via our Facebook page, 100x Connects. Let us know, PM us, and then we're going to arrange the giveaway with you. Now the second keyword, guys. Second keyword. Okay, Woods. Rex says Woods. Okay, second keyword. Let's have culture. Second keyword is culture. So what are your company cultures? Have you instilled a positive company culture? Do you have one? If not, think about it. All right, take this opportunity to think about it. And if you wish to learn a little bit more, you can always re-watch the Facebook Live again and see what EJ has shared here. What are their company cultures? Okay, so second keyword is culture. Okay, culture. Everyone type culture down below. Okay, culture. Make sure you share. Yeah, I want to see the word sharer on top of your name, guys. I want to see the word sharer. All right, sharer. Okay, everyone go with the word sharer. Okay, share. Yes, share. The more you share, the higher chances you stand a chance. So now maybe because just now was 25. Let's decrease a little. Let's go to 20. 20. Yeah, 20. Okay, let's go with 20, yeah? Okay. Remember, guys, you have to share, okay? You have to share. I see some of you guys, even though you have typed the word culture, but I don't see the word sharer. Okay, so let's start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come on, guys. Continue. Keep typing. Okay, type your friends in. Keep typing, okay? Keep typing. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Come on. Okay, 19, 20 is EJ! Congratulations! You are the next lucky winner, EJ! Congratulations to you. Wow. Okay, I think this is the way universe is here to repay back your kindness. So you have won yourself a 30 ringgit Shopee voucher. Yay! Really? So EJ says, haha, really? Let me give it to Leslie. Wow! EJ, you have a big card. Oh my goodness. Are you sure? Are you sure? Okay, so congratulations, Leslie. Congratulations to Leslie, because EJ says he's gonna give this to you, Leslie. So to Dashini, to Leslie, that congratulations. Yeah, EJ is offering to you. Leslie says, why? No need. But yeah, I mean, Leslie, this is for you. Okay, Leslie, it's for you, all right? I won a lot so. Okay, up to you guys. Up to you guys. I'm not gonna get involved, yeah? I'm not gonna get involved. Okay, I'm not gonna get involved. You're right. Okay, my job is the third keyword. I'm gonna give you guys the third keyword. Okay, up to you guys to connect and talk to each other. Okay, let's see the third keyword here. Okay, let's type 100x. 100x. The third keyword will be 100x. Okay, the third one is 100x. 100x. Okay, everyone type 100x. So you stand a chance to win the last 30 ringgit Shopee cash voucher. Okay, 100x. 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 Okay, keep it coming, guys. Keep it coming. 100x. Keep typing, keep typing, keep typing. 100x. 100x, 100x. Keep spamming 100x. Yes, keep spamming 100x. Okay, I'm gonna come in here. I'm gonna select. So we have 25, 20. Let's go with 15 now. Okay, 15, yeah? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Come on, come on. Come on. Come on. Who's going to be 14? Who's going to be 15? Keep typing 100x. Type 100x at the comment box. 100x. 100x. Come on, come on. I don't see it. I don't see it. It's not appearing yet. Okay. 15! Rex Ross! Rex Ross! Congratulations, Rex! Yay! You've won yourself a 30 ringgit Shopee cash voucher, Rex. Woohoo! Okay, so we have our 3 lucky winners. I'm gonna still put as EJ first. So whoever it is, EJ, you settle it. So we have Dashini. We have EJ or Leslie, depending on who you guys want to. I don't know how is your arrangement. Rex, okay? So EJ, Leslie, or Leslie, then Rex and Dashini, okay? So contact us via 100x Connect's Facebook page, yeah? EJ said he is not a good speaker. That is so humble of him. But I learned that it's really not being a good speaker as long as you're speaking with your heart. True, Leslie. Yes. I think most of the time when we learn a lot is when someone speaks from the bottom of their heart. So it's not about how good you speak, not about the choices of word you use, how fancy your equipments are, what are the techniques you have, okay, how many experience you have. It's about how sincere you are in giving, how sincere you are in delivering that message. With that, I think we have learned a very important lesson from EJ's presentation here, his session here. Congratulations to all the winners once again. Please continue to go and like 100x Connect Facebook page and give us a good review, okay? If you think this session has actually benefited to all of you, give us a good review at our 100x Connect's Facebook page. And of course, fill out the feedback form and go and join, okay, 100x Connect's membership. Go and connect with all the pool of entrepreneurs here. We have a great pool of entrepreneurs here, about 300. I think it's even increasing. So go and connect with us, get more people in here as well. All right, we want to build this community out there. And on feedback form plus today's check-in, selfie check-in. Okay, let's have a look. You have not won anything yet. There we go. We still have this selfie check-in. Take a photo with your friend, your buddy, your family. upload it into your Facebook or Instagram account, hashtag 100x summit, hashtag 100x summit, and write a motivational message. Okay, that's one of the way you can win something from here. It's either we're giving away a Shopee voucher, or either we're giving away our t-shirt, our 100x t-shirt. Now, if you think that you still want to stand a chance to win, yes, we still have one last session tonight. One last session at 10:30. We are gonna do a last giveaway. Oops, I'm so sorry. Let me repeat again. It's not 10:30. So for tonight, it will be. Yes, it is 10:30. Okay, it is 10:30. The last session tonight, 10:30 is the last giveaway. However, our last speaker is coming in at 9 p.m. Okay, at 9 p.m. you get to hear, you get to listen from our speaker with Joyan Chan. She's gonna talk about the 3 secrets to building your empowered self-image. Okay, so do join in the last session for tonight. And we also have the last giveaway at 10:30 for you to win not only 30 ringgit Shopee cash voucher, we also have financial literacy for kids. We have chili sauce. We also do have t-shirts to give away. So there are, wow, I think more than 5 gifts. It's approximately 7 to 8 gifts to give away at the last session. So do join in the last part tonight. All right. Now I guess our co-founders are ready for a game session, for a sharing session with our co-founders. So ladies and gentlemen, let's have our co-founders to join in here right now. Are you guys ready? Do we have our co-founders? Are you guys ready? Please join me to have, and please join me to welcome. Wow, a group of co-founders. Hello, guys. I can't hear you all. I can't hear you all. Maybe you need to unmute yourself first. You need to unmute yourself. We can't hear you. Hold on. Unmute yourself. We can't hear. Okay, hold on for a moment. Let us please give our co-founder some time to fix the technical issue, which is the microphone issue. All right, so give us a moment. If you have missed that session, come back and rewatch this presentation from EJ. Of course, this afternoon, we also do have a few incredible speakers. If you want to learn how to talk to camera, you have my session. And of course, we also do have an inspirational session from our earlier speaker. Okay, she is amazing. Okay, she's an amazing lady. Okay, go and check her out. Go and watch her previous session. This is part 2. Her session was part 2. She gave us a lot of tips on how you can overcome fear. She is Lai N. Okay, so go and check out Lai N session part 2. Tonight we're gonna have the last part. Okay, Joyan Chan gonna talk a bit about self-image. Okay, self-image. Yes, thank you so much, Siwa, for telling us. I want to hear Big Family. Tonight got Alfred dance again. We shall see. Okay, Izani. EJ says most welcome. Enjoy one more Shopee voucher. Get yourself something nice. All right. Co-founders, are you guys ready? Yes, they are ready. So let me invite them in here again. One more time, please join me to welcome the co-founders of 100X.
Hello! So that was done on purpose because we want you all to miss us. So once again, who are we? We are the co-founders of
100X!
So you may be wondering, it's only 7:30 session today, right? It's not even 10:30. So why are all the co-founders all gathering here? So now, guys, before we actually start out with our session tonight, right, we would like to hear from you. How many days already have we been through in this virtual summit? Type in the chat and let us know what day already is today for our virtual summit. How many days already? Now, it's been quite a while that I think right now we have been on that day already. We have all gathered like a family. Yeah, so tell us more about it. How many days already you're in our virtual summit? Yes, tell us. And do spend us a lot of love and likes, and also give us some hearts and tag in your friends so that they can also join in the session tonight. So thank you so much, Lily and William. Yes, today is our day 13 already. We are actually having a lot of fun, for all these 13 days, right? Am I right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Super tired already.
Yeah.
Are you guys tired? Are you guys still want more? Do you guys still want more? Or
I want more. I want more.
We want more. We want more.
I think it's a recording. I don't laugh at you.
I mean, even though it's been 13 days and tomorrow we got to say bye-bye to all of you already, but it's been a really very interesting thing because this is our first time having Virtual Summit, and you know what? This is like, I don't think you have heard of any Virtual Summit that is going on for 14 days, right? Yeah, so only on 100x, like we really want to make things happen. So what are we doing tonight? You guys want to take a guess, like why the co-founders are all here today?
You are free and easy to throw us and ask us any questions. It can be personal, it can be
Not personal. So if you guys have any questions that you want to, I mean, as a community, we should get to know each other better. We want to know more about you. I'm sure you also want to know more about us. So if there's any questions that you guys would like to find out, like, for example, Chanel, are you married? Are you single? Yes, Chanel would. Chanel will answer.
You know, more like that is more like what Alfred want to ask. So Muhammad Islami, thank you so much. I know, you say you've been very close, like a family member. I'm so glad that we made you feel that, because that is the power of having a community around, because all of us are like close friends. All of us are just mingling with each other like friends, no long lost friends, family members. So that is what a community is all about. We work together, we learn together, we grow together, and we treat each other like family members. So William Chong said you want more, but I want you guys to take a rest first next round. Oh, that's so sweet.
However, so that you know, William, you know that we have been doing our live sessions every night for the last 9 months. In fact, once we are done with the summit on Sunday, Monday is going to be back to normal. We will have our book sharing, we will have our external speakers. So basically, our live summit has never stopped. Since
We are doing summit every single day.
every single day, yeah. So the only difference is there's no full day session, but we will still be continuing to do our Monday and our daily night Zooms as normal. So for those of you guys who is new, please continue to join us. We'll still continue to be sharing more and more interesting stuff.
Yes,
So-
so tonight is all about FAQ night. Ask all you can. So just like what Vivian said just now, you can ask us any personal questions, any question regarding to the team, any question regarding to 100x community, and also any single question about this virtual summit. You are all welcome to ask any questions. You know what? You only have this 1 hour, so if let's say you also don't want your friends to also miss out, do tag in more friends. Tag in 1 to 3 friends. If you have 10 friends, it would be great that you can tag all of them in, so that all of your friends wouldn't miss out this FAQ session as well. Because we all do believe that by you asking more questions, we get to know you closer as well. So,
And then it's more towards transparency also, that you really, really know who we are, and we're not just hiding behind the scenes and then just do whatever that you're looking in front. Because honestly, we really appreciate community. We really appreciate you guys when you come in and then we mingle. This is the whole point of being 100x community, right, guys?
yeah,
So,
so we
it's a
have
question.
Okay, yeah. So let's go for the question, since today is question night.
Yeah. So we have the first question from Lin Chi. Any hurdles you guys met while doing the summit? So
Wow,
which
this-
co-founder would like to answer to this question?
I think there's quite a lot of hurdles that we have gone through.
Maybe you can start somewhere first. I think everyone can tell that as well. Like
I think each of our personal hurdles. also
Yeah, it could be a
Yeah.
personal hurdles or what you feel. So, Odi, what's the first hurdle that what was the hurdle initially that that you experienced?
The
I was thinking how to ask.
The hurdles here is because when we started initially, right, when we have 1 month to plan this is a 1 day summit. And when it comes to 2 weeks time, it became 7 days. So we need to plan out the entire thing. Then when it comes to 2 weeks summit, it became
When we come to 1 week to the,
1 week
to the event,
out.
event day,
Yeah.
then we realized actually it's 14 days of summit.
And yeah, thank you to someone,
Yeah.
two of us
Actually,
who
actually, this
initiated
actually is Chanel's idea. It was her idea to do 14 days, so we just go along and say thank you, Chanel.
Thank you, Chanel.
Thank you, Shannon.
I mean, whether it's 2 weeks, 2 months, or what, we have been doing the summit for 9 months anyway, right? So we're just gonna
Actually, the
make
cards
this thing
were.
work
Yeah,
anyway.
I mean, we
try
just we
out.
just used her as an excuse to do 14 days.
Yeah, actually, everyone agreed. Okay,
The
I only
cards,
suggested.
the cards were laid out that we should be doing 14 days anyway.
Yes,
It was just matter of taking up the challenge and doing it. I think for me the challenge was whether the team can take it. So by God's will, when we found Zoe to support, Wood's team to support, I wasn't at all worried whether we could do 14 days or 21 days. Like similar to what Chanel said, we basically have done this almost every day for the last 9 months. I don't see a 14 or 21 or 140 days makes any difference. But I guess the concern was whether do we have enough speakers to fill up the content, I mean the time slots that we have.
And that, I think I can share something because all this while I have been, looking and meeting clients. Basically, it didn't occur to me that I can invite speakers as well.
Yeah.
So luckily, Audie and Alfred say, hey, we got to look for speakers, and that's how I also broke through myself to actually look for speakers in 100x Virtual Summit. So that was also a hurdle to me, but even though it's a hurdle, I truly believe that out of every hurdle, if we can transform this hurdle into something that we have not done before, we just try to do it right. We just try to reach out to people, and that wouldn't be a hurdle anymore. It's how we actually shift ourselves to transform the hurdle into an opportunity to learn and grow. And I was actually very happy when I could invite some speakers, into this round as well. And
Didn't expect they would say yes, right?
yeah,
The
and
feeling
didn't
was-
expect.
yeah.
It's like you just need to ask.
Yeah.
All you just need to make the first thing, which is networking. You got to connect with them. Secondly, all you need to do is just ask. And you know what? How many
Our closing rate was,
rejections? I think
One,
the closing was
one rejection.
only one rejection. Can you imagine that?
Actually, it's even more interesting that some speakers, like we actually confirm 1 day before,
Yeah.
and then they are very
6 hours, 8
Yeah,
hours,
that's one day.
8 hours.
No, there was one which was 2 hours.
Yeah,
2
2 hours before support.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
1 hour.
We brought our record.
Immediately they come.
It was it was called a last minute challenge.
I mean, as long as you truly believe, things will work out, and that is the amazing thing about teamwork. You can be complaining about 1,000 things, but you only need one thing to make it right. That's all.
I think ultimately also because the things that we were doing is right. I think people can feel the honesty and also the thing. I mean, all the speakers, it is not friends. Maybe 1 or 2 they were, but most of 90% of the speakers is people that we don't know. It was cold call, right? We literally just went online like, hi, we're going to be running a summit. By the way, what do you talk about? We don't even know what they talk about. And we actually rejected some speakers too, right? Not that we reject.
I
it's
think
just
we
that-
rejected more
Then
than
we
people
got
rejecting
rejected.
us. Right.
I mean, it wasn't so much of rejection, I guess.
Yeah,
It's more
okay.
of like,
Not suitable.
not
Yeah.
suitable yet, not suitable yet. Yeah.
But of course, the hurdle part, like some people may be feeling demotivated, a little bit challenging. We see that there are some questions talking about all this. Perhaps we can also address that in the later question. So I think we shall move on to the second question from Ziwa. So what is the vision of 100x Connects? Okay, that's a very good question. Like, all this while since day 1 until today, we have been asking all of you to actually sign the free membership, right? So if you have not done it, now this is the chance. All you need to do is just go to the membership link down below, click on it, sign up as a member. Now you will be able to see why. Now, Alfred, do you want to tell them about the vision of 100x Connects and why they need to sign up as a free member?
my vision or our vision of 100x Connects is to connect every entrepreneur that needs support, that needs help, whether you're from Malaysia or from Australia, United States, or any parts around the world. This vision was validated at some point when we were looking for more speakers. And the most, I think Audie and Chanel, and even Josephine, when we were talking to those speakers, we came to then realize that this community or our vision of having to connect entrepreneurs is not only Malaysians that needs it. When we start talking to people in America, when people in Australia and New Zealand, they were like, hey, we should be doing things like this, even in where they were. And we were like, wow, okay, I thought this was something very local, right? And we realized we are all humans, no matter where we are, what color of our skin, what religions we are, and what occupation we do. This connection is necessary. This support is necessary. Everyone appreciates some help. And during time, especially in times like this, everyone needs that little help. So as much as we can do, as much as each and every one of us can do, just show some positivity, show some love and help wherever we can. So that's, I think, or that's what I envision 100x Connects to be. So what about you guys? Where do you see that, this 14 days or having this vision, how did it help you to when you connect with more members and when you talk to more members? So what do you think, Yvonne, during this whole 14 days, how did this vision help you, or what were those questions that came to you? That
I've learned to work with team members. We learn to talk heart to heart. It is not easy to work with. Not within one team itself, we have 10 co-founders, and we have to work with another external team, which is our production team, which is Boots Event. We need a lot of love, a lot of empathy, a lot of initiative to talk to them, because at first we really treat each other like strangers. We just like, okay, you are just production team, we are the co-founder team, as well, but then again, I love the thing that I love the briefing and debriefing every morning and every night without fail. We do a briefing and debriefing, and I think that is one part that I love a lot, because we sit down, we talk about what has happened the whole day, good, bad, we talk it out. So I think that is really very meaningful personally as a team, working with two teams, especially come together. Yeah, I think that's something that I learned, to speak it out. You like it, you don't like it, we try to speak it out.
I guess the transition was it was sort of like very last minute, or there was no time for transition. We are all humans. We all, it's the connection needs to be built and trust needs to be built. And I think within the 1 day, 2 day, we very quickly saw, or at least honestly, that the problem was actually found, realized by Woods Event Zoe. So I really need to give it to her. So seriously, we all want to do something, but they themselves say, okay, do you mind if I bring up this thing? I hope, you guys don't feel bad. But end of the day, this event is our event. We need to make it like our event. I know we all just got to know each other like the last, 24 hours, and we probably even don't know each other's name yet, right? So in order for us to carry on for the next 14 days, we really need to quicken the whole process and get to know each other like now. Right? Yeah. And how do you force feed the whole thing like now? Like it or not, we're going to be doing this for the next 14 days. So let's learn to like and love and trust each other, which I think trust is something is really hard to build, especially among friends and strangers, and like what is strangers and what is friends? It's just another word. Without building that trust from within, is really something that very hard. That will be the stumbling block. I think just now one of the question was what is that hurdle that we need to go through? I think trust is the main issue with any relationship or any community, and any team for that matter. So I think building the core of things is to build. How do you build trust within each other? Even as co-founders, although we know each other for like 9 months, we need to learn how to build trust. How do we learn to trust each other that we are doing our best, or they are doing their best? Empathy is one of the things that, like Juan mentioned. I think Yuki, how do you have that empathy? I know this is a topic that you are very good at. So yeah, how do we build the trust? Have empathy about, like, I may not be as good as you, right? But I'm doing my best, but my best may not be the same as yours. But trust that I'm doing whatever I can to get to the same destination.
Okay, let me talk about empathy. Empathy is so easy to talk, but a lot of people, they do not understand what is empathy. Mostly, I will say a word like, if you want to empathy that person, you must have to go to wear on her or his shoes and try to see what he is as you are seeing, and you go and feel what his feelings like. So meaning, without you try to experience the other party, you're unable to feel the party feelings. So without that feeling, you're unable to do the empathy. Meaning, take out your judgment. Take out your judgment so that you can feel what the person feels. A lot of people, that's so easy to put labeling or sticking note to the other person when whatever he do is not go according to your expectations. Then you put a judgment. So when your judgment is there, right, it's very hard for you to understand him or her. So mostly the empathy, I would advise, try to put down yourself in zero. Try to take away whatever experience you have from your past experience. So open your door. I say, just keep yourself open-minded and try to have an open heart and talk. To ask, you can express your feeling and try to give a space for the person to talk also, so that you can receive a message. And the important communication is, we want to handle the problem so that we can have a mutual understanding. So the end goal is so that our goal could be achieved, intention should be aligned. So that's how it works. So the empathy is very powerful element in a team, to do a team building. Understand?
Yay. Thank you.
Yeah, basically, we really need to unlearn and relearn, because we got to actually stand ourselves into others' shoes, to actually feel the people, to really be able to practice the empathy. Yeah, so for those of you that just came in, okay, so all of us are actually gathered here. We are the co-founders of 100X. So if you have yet to tell your friends, do tag in your friends, because this session is going to be a very special one. We are already at our day 13 of the 100X Entrepreneur Summit. So what we are doing here is we're having a co-founder FAQ session. So ask all you can towards the co-founder. It can be our virtual summit event. It can be about our own business. It can also be our own personal life. Okay, so if you're also wondering, hey, what is the benefit of joining 100X member, you can also ask us as well. Hi Jonah, hi Mike, and thank you Karis for tagging your friends. You know what? If you are here, if you're listening out, do tag in more friends, so that your friends can also participate in their role, to throw questions to the co-founders, to be able to find out actually what 100X is all about. Okay, so we do have the next question from William. So what is the most challenging task you face on these 13 days?
Time.
I want I don't think there is a most challenging.
There's a lot of
Ultimately, I don't know how to. I don't think we know how to differentiate which chili is more pedas. Is pedas lah. You know, there will be at some point everything is challenging. I don't know. I'm
Maybe
curious.
one
of the-
thing.
yeah,
I
one of
think
the
all of
things.
us can take turn and tell.
Yeah, because each of us have our own task to do.
Oh yeah, you know what? I think we forgot to introduce ourselves again. Okay, so you know what? My name is Chanel.
I'm Benjamin.
I'm Yvonne.
Josephine,
Vivian.
Yuki, Jackie.
Is Audie.
And he's Alfred.
Yeah.
And to answer your question, Jonah, yes, you can even ask us any personal question. If you dare to ask, we dare to answer.
Yeah, so
You can answer the question on the most challenging.
Yes.
I think the most challenging part for me would be to align everybody's goals and expectations. That is where communication is really important, because I believe when there's such a big group of people working together, communication is very important. And without communication, each of us will be having different ideals and different direction. So when you communicate with one another more, then we can align our goals and our aspirations. Because each of us come from different background. Some of us, we come from different backgrounds, so we need to talk more with one another. That's why Yvonne mentioned about the heart-to-heart talk and all that. It's really, beneficial and good for us. Yeah.
I want to add on to that. When there was some, I'm going to answer another question where probably someone had asked me long time ago. How do I choose members? How do I choose the team? Yeah, the co-founding team. Honestly, initially when I started to choose, I didn't choose. My initial was I asked all the 100x moderators, like, okay, I have an idea, about doing this in a more corporate and structured way. In another word, it's called, oh, hi John, brother, it's 10 o'clock, thanks for coming in, bro. So I feel like monetizing this whole effort of us. So like, who wants to join this challenge? So so we had like 30 over people who started to come in, and slowly one by one dropped out because they either felt that this is not something that they can focus on, or the things that we want to do may not be, they may not have that same feel, or they may not have that same aspiration to do this together. But I always believe in natural and nature. Nature will take its course to filter and balance out the team. And if you do take a look deeply into each and every one of us, each and every one is very different in terms of the things they do, the work they do, their own lifestyle, their own little culture, or their own little belief system. Like, I mean, if I would just to explain a bit, like Jackie, who is a pure marketing person, who none of us, I can assure you, none of us here is Jackie. Jackie is very uniquely different from all of us. Yuki, also no need to say, none of us here is Yuki. And Chanel is very uniquely different as Chanel. That's why Chanel only do the opening and always do whatever. There's no one to fill up that position, right?
Because once Chanel talk, she cannot stop. We just let her do the talking.
I can stop. Okay.
So of course we have then Vivian, which most of you know, she thinks she's cute, but she thinks not that cute, but
Don't you guys feel I'm cute? If you think so, please wish me a cute.
One funny fact was, 2 days ago I was doing my work, and halfway she took her phone and came to me. Chanel, why are you so cute in the picture? Then I look at her. What's wrong of me being cute? She said, how come I cannot look as cute as you? I'm like, how should I answer that? How should I answer that? I have no idea. But yeah, I mean, every one of us is also learning. We are in the path of growing as well. And right now, if you have any idea how to make Vivian cute, do drop it in the comment box. Let Vivian know how she
Actually, the way she asked already very cute.
Yeah, very cute. She has her own cuteness in her.
Yeah.
Yes.
So of course then we have Josephine, who is our Bum Bum Challenge and our health enthusiast, and all our food for the past 14 days, all the meals, all the lunch, all the breakfast, all the dinner, thanks to her.
Then
So
we have to weigh
There is
ourselves.
no repeat.
no repeat.
No repeat.
Because of her, I cannot keep my 24.
You know what's the reason? I make them, all of them fat. Then after the summit, they will come and look for me.
But eating the right food and eating good food, I think, is something some of us are very peculiar about, and we know that this responsibility can be given to none other. I mean, I'm sure you all don't want me to buy your lunch, or else it will be char kway teow for free meal. Yeah, it will be char kway teow. Brandy. Char kway teow and char kway teow and char kway teow. 14 days times 5, 52 meals, all will be char kway teow. So we know Josephine is able to do that, and it's something that she holds dearly about. And for marketplace and for all these tech things, everything is banned. So you realize that there's no another Ben. Everything we do technical, we ask Ben. Even we know that Ben doesn't know, and even though Ben also have no idea about, we will just say, I don't know, Ben, you settle lah. Then Ben will be always looking at the ceiling that actually I don't know this one. Yeah, but it's technical, so you settle lah, right? So and Yvonne, she's mother of a young cute girl, and she's a very different mom than Yuki. But we need that balance of different style and different working and different culture, and everything needs to be different. And of course we have Audie, who is our national champion for I don't know how many times, and we need this youngness and strength.
Oh, we are as young as well.
Yeah. I'm sure we are all young too. And to me, I think that one of the best thing that happened for me or this summit is to really have Woods, a whole bunch of 20s to be working for us, because suddenly it just reminds us to be young again. And the energy, actually it's the energy. I swear, if they weren't in the back end, I'm quite sure it will screw up.
Hence right now we got a new tagline, which is
100x! It's just 100x, then you'll be like, Chang. You need to be that. Yeah, you need to have 100x. Whole feel, right? It's wholesome.
Yes.
So
and you know what? For those of you who are also looking to organize some virtual events, do check out Woods Events, because they are professional hosting in virtual events. Not only that, you can also find out how you can host virtual meetings if you have no idea, if you are starting from zero, because all they do is they help you to organize from A to Z. So all you need to do is just engage with them, and they will tell you every single step what you need to do. So that is how awesome, and we even experienced that support for the 13 days. For people like us, we have not experienced any single virtual event. We are so lucky to have Woods around. So let's shout out again. So in case you're wondering, Woods team are actually giving us love and hugs at the back of the
now this is what I meant by young people.
Yeah.
I show you, these are the little things that
If you ask Vivian to give this,
I can, why not?
I think what Chanel is trying to say is without them putting that youth into the whole energy thing, I think we probably argued 5 days ago, or someone probably has blown
we
away.
would have argued on the day 2 itself already.
Yeah.
You don't do like that.
The day lah.
Okay, sorry. I mean, we have been talking for a long while. I mean, we are actually very sentimental. So I think we got to move on to the next question, which is from That You. So why is this community named as 100x? Now this one you got to ask the founder. Why is it 100x?
Firstly, 100x sounds better than 10x. That's one. Number two, 1000x sounds very lebe. 101x sounds not right, so it's 100x just right now.
But what does
Why? What do you want to do 100x off?
Oh, okay. So initially, the idea or the feel is 100x your life or 100x my life. So for each and every one of the community member, it is all about 100x my life. Now, what is 100x my life? Well, it really depends what you want to 100x it. So it is not, it's about 100 times the effort or 100 times the result and or 100 times the things that you want to do. And how do you do that? It is working with the community. Because having a community supporting you, you can basically 100 times the capabilities and 100 times the effort and 100 times the result, right? So that's the purpose of why we want to have a community, is because we are not expert in everything that we want to do. Like even with 10 of us in so different culture or so different work aspect, there are still things that we are not good at. And that's where we found Wood's event, or rather also Zoe also felt, there's something about this bunch of guys that maybe let's do something together, and I got feel. You know, when you meet when a when a guy meets a girl for the first time, and a girl meets a guy for the first time, this is how relationship happens. You have a feel that something will come out from this relationship. And so I guess, yes, thank you very much, John. I think you literally sum up what I wanted to say. That's why, by the way, John did not tell everybody he's our PSA speaker from Melbourne. He's also named the godfather in his community because of his Italian background. So he is the real godfather from the Italian mob.
So if you guys are really loving what Alfred is saying, and thank you so much, John, do type in 100x, 100x. Shout out to our co-founders, shout out to the Woods team, and shout out to John and other 45 speakers as well. They are really doing an amazing job for making this virtual summit happen. Like, who are we and what is this event without all the speakers and all the speeches from the founder, right? Yeah, so do spend a lot of love, a lot of life, and also don't forget to tag in your friends, because this session is all about FAQ sessions. Ask all you can to the co-founders. You can ask us all about this virtual summit. You can ask us all about 100x Connect. What is it all about? Why this community existed? And you can even pick one or a few co-founders to ask us about our personal lives. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. From Muhammad Izani, how do you manage your stress for the past 13 days to keep all team members motivated? So I think we shall take probably Vivian or Josephine. Both of you want to say something?
Joe, because of the food.
I wanted to say that also.
Because of Joe. Yeah, she takes care of our breakfast, lunch, dinner, that make us all so motivated. And there is a lot of members from our family. They keep buying us cakes, right? The chicken.
We want to give out a shout out to who Mike for sending us stuff. Elaine, Jonah, John Cho, who just came by just now.
Julia, everything.
My wife.
So imagine in our community, we are so close that they are able to just, hey guys, I know you guys are stressed. Here are some food and keep on going. Thank you very much. Wow, we are really touched by the community.
We feel we are not only working together, but we also feel the family love.
Eat together,
we grow together, and we learn together, and grow fat together. Yeah.
What about you, Joe?
Well, I think I have to agree, because since I'm the one who prepare all the meals, right? That's why I take it very seriously, my job, to prepare food for everyone, because I know, food is the one to give you the feel, right? At least you're not hungry, so you're not going to be hangry. You're not going to be, angry and not be able to focus in your work. That's why I pay a lot of attention at the food that I am buying for all of them. And of course, again, I want to thank you to all the members who bought us food. Yeah, to me also, I feel so like happy and relieved, and I feel like a family.
Yes,
When you
yes.
have a family, like something like going on in the family, people buy, potluck and whatever, bring food for you, for the family. It feels very good. Yeah.
I mean, we
thank
are
you.
still humans, right?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, no matter how positive we are, sometimes we also need that validation. So,
Yes.
I mean, really, I really appreciate, like, Mike, Jonah, I mean, you guys are not able to come, but you still make an effort, sending your wife or sending them.
I think your siu bao, Jonathan.
Yeah. All the way from Segamat.
Yes, all the way from
Johor, that's very touching.
Yeah, and John will make all the way, even if it's not working day, he will come out all the way to, deliver stuff and
Talk to us.
yeah, and just spend some
and
time.
Jason chats while
Yeah.
Yeah, came and visit us.
Yeah, so it is that little things that sometimes within the community being done for each other that makes the little difference, and that motivated us a lot. That at least we know that whatever we are doing, a lot of people are appreciating. And Izani, you don't know what it really means to us. That by you coming and you joining us and you participating, that validates a lot of what we are doing, and that makes us wanting to do more. And I know there are more of you who's coming in more often. So continue. I mean, we want to continue to do what we need to do. But really, thank you guys so much for your show of support.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to let you guys know, those who are coming in new, right? It's like you want to join. How do you join this kind of community, right? So as long as you have become a member in our site, after the summit, we will follow up with you and help you onboard you into our community. Then we can be closer. Then we can help each other. Then we can provide more value to each other. This is the whole point of the 100X, not to just keep you behind the camera and behind the monitor. We will eventually get you in also, because we really love your support. We really love all of you. So no matter who you are, as long as you are a member, you will be given a chance to even come in.
Yeah, especially one point I would like to bring up here is that you see people have no direction. Mostly people don't know what to do. That's where this platform is set up for people to come in to actually open up and talk to us, so that we can actually talk to you and then find out where your passion is, where your niche. Then after that, we can discuss among the community, what would you like to do? You see, because inside our community, we have fitness, we have body soul, we have our
financial, we have marketing,
entrepreneur,
and it's not only us. And like we have always mentioned, this entire community is not about us. This is not about me. It's not about Audie. It's not about Vivi. It's not about us. It is about all of us, including you guys as in the community. I think for most of you, you would attest to this, that every time when we have a question, it's something that we are not sure, we would ask within the community, and definitely someone will provide a solution, or at least provide a near solution for us to discuss, and we will always come up with an answer.
And not only solution, we always wanted to also experience the journey together.
Yep.
Even though we don't know the answer, all of us are willing to actually walk this journey together to experience it, because there is no definite answer to every single question in the world. So sometimes we really need to work things out to actually find the answer. And that's why, to add on to Ben's point just now, like what you need to do about these communities, is that we have also designed a series of challenges. Well, we all truly believe that even though there are so many contents on internet, even this summit, we have so many speakers, like, now what to do after we have learned all these things is taking action, right? But humans, we are quite complex in the way that we want to take action, but whether I should go left, whether I should go right, I mean, we don't have any direction.
Even for us, sometimes also we don't know which is the best way to do.
Correct.
So whether we are, I mean, I again, to say this, we are all co-founders not because we are better than someone or we are smarter. We just happen to be like what Woods event is doing. We are just organizing a community, organizing a platform so that all of us can work with all of us.
Yes.
Yeah, so we are no expert and we are no gurus in any
Well,
way.
if I were to add to that, because previously there was one question, what are the challenges, right? I think we still in the question, I forgot already, but so what he said,
That's then.
some of us, or maybe I am one of them, that I actually have doubts if I have that ability to even do this thing, to even be a co-founder, to even like do marketing, to even do commercial or the IT. But like the more I do, the more confident I feel because I have done it.
Yeah.
Compared to I have never done it, then just sitting around, that feeling won't come. But because I keep on doing it, that eventually the feeling of, oh, I can actually do something.
It's a whole experience thing. It's a whole experiential learning. It is not about the important part here is not about being the co-founder. It's about being in the community. The strength is with the community. We are just organizing like putting one and one together, and the strength and the love and the power comes from you all. It is not us. So it is not any of us here is any better than you guys, right? So it is important that you guys continue to participate. You guys continue to get more friends to join so that we have more resources. So with this more resources, everyone can benefit from. Yeah. So
and don't forget to also we really wish that this community can even benefit more entrepreneurs, and also you don't have to require yourself to become an entrepreneur in order to join this community. If let's say you really want your employee yourself, you can also join in this community if you wish to grow yourself personally. If you wish to have some personal development in yourself to, let's say, learn up some new skills or knowledges to come in. And so thank you so much, to the co-founders for answering this. So we shall move on to the next one, which is how to maintain work-life balance in your entrepreneur life, as not only need to focus every day on work, you also need to take care of your family, relationship, health, and more by Tech You.
Wow, so long question.
Okay, so I guess what he's trying to say is how to maintain a work-life balance, like how to maintain your personal life, how to prioritize your personal life when you're hustling hard in your entrepreneurship life.
What work-life balance?
Yeah.
I think this one everyone speak 1 minute on it, because I think this is a very personal thing. It means very
1 minute,
personal.
only 1 minute.
1 minute.
1 minute only.
I go last because I think I will overspeak. So you
No,
go
1 minute
first.
only.
Yeah, you'll go. I
Okay,
think all these shall. Okay,
Jackie first.
What work-life balance?
Okay, 1 second.
Next.
What? So, 1 minute? No, you're gonna feel like 1 minute. No, I mean, whichever way you feel. I know. I mean, I got my point of view about work-life balance. So, what's your point of view of work-life balance? No.
You don't have.
Life balance.
I guess I enjoy working lah. So for me, working and daily life is
Okay. All right. What about you, Vivian? What?
For me, I'm like Jackie also. I love to work. For me, I am very workaholic. So in order for me to have this type of work-life balance, you see, I have to let my family know what I'm doing every day. Because sometimes if you don't let them know, then they do not understand. Then end up they will have a lot of questions told to you. And then you will also trigger your anger. You see, so every day I will let them know actually what is this subject about, who are the person, who are the team member with me, so I will introduce them, this is China, this is Sven, everybody, this is the family. So I will always share with my family member the pictures, the people work behind the scene, all these things. So that's why my work-life balance is very balanced. I'm happy.
Actually, every night when I go back, right, I will spend time with my family and just talk about the summit, what I did today, and then share my experience. And
that's how we maintain work-life balance. So that we are happy in our work and we are also happy in our family.
Okay, me then. I guess to me it's about priority. Everybody have their own priority. Some people put family first, some people put relationship or career and health. So you need to know what is your first priority at this moment. If your first top priority, like for me right now, is working on this summit or my career, my second is health, and then my third is relationship. If I can strike that, that is my type of balance. So I don't believe that is something called, like, if you have 5 categories, means everything is 20%, 20%, 20%, 20%, is impossible. So if my focus is work, I am willing to focus like 50% of my time on that, and then the rest of it, I will just distribute it evenly or whatever, whichever way. So yeah, that's my definition of work-life balance. So I think I have a work-life balance because I love working.
Yes, Juan. Okay, tissue, please.
For me, work-life balance, I've not been working before, so you all don't like that. So, but in this 13 days, right, I see my daughter growing up to be more independent. It's just like, stop it! It's like, I forget, I was so busy that I forget to send her a link for her tuition or her piano classes. I was like, oh my god, late already, she surely missed class. Then I go back, then I first give her a call and I said, oh my god, you missed your class. Oh no, I didn't miss my class. I just found back my old email, or I found back my, I somehow just asked, and my teacher asked, WhatsApp my teacher. I don't even remember she has a teacher's number.
Yeah.
So then she said, oh, I called, I give my teacher a call, and I asked from her, and she gave me few times. It's not one time, it's last whole week, right? I keep on missing the link, the Zoom link for her, and I thank God she managed to do it herself rather than asking for anyone help. She's totally thinking out of the box rather than relying on me. Trying to, I try. It's hard for me to let go. It's hard for her to let go as well, but she's actually learning. And also, of course, my family, my husband, of course, it's MCO. Thank God it's MCO in a way so that I can come out. And yeah, they are still surviving. Those struggling are still surviving without me. That is my different kind of, work-life balance.
So Bella, if you're watching this, do give yourself some thumbs up because your mommy is praising you. It's once in a blue moon. Do appreciate this moment. Yeah, do appreciate this moment, and also
Yellow moon.
so do give your mother a big hug when she's home, because your mother has been doing a great job at this virtual summit. She's been working very hard because she loves you. Yeah. So.
What about you, Adi? You got no life, so
Thanks. Okay, so for me, very easy, basically similar to others, but I would like to put it in my way, which is to love what I do and doing what I love. So basically, life is my work and work is my life too. So that's how I maintain my work-life balance.
That's how we maintain single.
Alright, so I will pass the stage to you, Yeap.
Hi. When I see this question, the first feeling is like, oh my, I think within, especially summit, I'm like, I screw up my work-life balance. So I try to balance myself first. Actually, mostly what I do is I balance my own emotion first, whatever emotion comes. So mostly, actually, I agree with what Josephine said. What is your priority? The priority very important. It's like, actually, I have 3 kids. Kids for me is very important because if I didn't handle them well, I will come to work with my guiltiness. So with this guiltiness, it's like make me very unbalanced. So that's the thing that I know that I have to handle whatever priority is my kids things first, no matter how. So, but of course, in this, during this period, what I find out is actually I got a very supportive family. I have no issue to come to work, or they can handle themselves well. This is the thing that I found I did something right along my journey because I always get them to be independent so that I know I can do something I like. So it comes to the work side is, I'm a body, mind, soul people.
how I'm able to apply what I am practice into my work, which all my work is very practical thing. And these 14 days, I doing a lot of digital thing that I will start to slowly like want to bang the head onto the wall. It's like, oh, it's so boring. So what I'm going to do? I still do whatever my practice onto all my colleagues is get them stress free, get them mind clarity. So it's like I find way to do something I love in my work. So that's how I balance myself in my work and in my family. That's all.
Okay, so before my work life balance, right? Before me, then go to.
You ever seen?
I see.
No, not yet.
Okay, actually, I got no life at all. One, my life is always prioritized to my work. This is my whole priority. So I know it is very unfair for my family and especially to my wife. So an advice to you guys who wants to be an entrepreneur, look for the correct partner. Look for the right partner who is willing to bend and willing to do what and follow you and do whatever you want and support whatever you're doing. Then you can easily get your balance. Or else if you don't do that, you will always can't balance your own priorities. So I guess to me, I always feel it's balance lah. So
Yeah. So for me, actually, I agree with what Yuki mentioned. As long as you, wait, is it Yuki or something else?
yeah, so that's Ben again. He's like a goldfish. He's a goldfish.
3-second
memory.
You have to be grateful if he can remember some of your words.
Faster, borrow money from me.
He asked you to buy you lunch, dinner, then you wait 1 week later, he forgotten whether
Yes,
he paid for what.
Right. So yeah. Shit. Okay. Yeah. Hold on, balance. Okay. Right. So my life goal, or really my life, whatever I love to do in life, is to network with people, is to talk to people. So as long as I'm able to talk to people, that is what I like to do. So when I go to work, I talk to people, that becomes my life. So actually, there is no really work for me as long as I am with someone, as long as I'm networking, as long as I'm like talking to these guys here, as long as I'm even talking to the community members. This is my work equals to it is my life, because I really love doing that and really lucky. I'm really quite lucky or like blessed to have this kind of job that allows me to do what I love. So in the end, work equals to life.
Yes. Yeah. So guys, if you have anything to sell, please come to this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is the
Talk to
marketplace person
him.
in charge.
Yes.
Yes, please talk to me. I really like to.
Yeah, but he sell already, he maybe forget to collect money. But don't worry, the girl next to him will remind him to always make sure collect money.
Okay,
So don't worry, don't worry.
So I shall go next. So we're talking about work-life balance, right? So one thing about me is I am also a workaholic. But what I actually like about working is that you can also have fun while you're working. So one thing about me is I truly love to do makeup, do my hair, talk a lot. So there were also a few times when some of the co-founders questioning, Chanel, why are you not around? You feel so empty and quiet. So I don't know that my assistant actually played a big part. Okay, I am noisy wherever I am because I do enjoy talking. So if let's say you are really enjoying what you're doing, you don't feel tired. You feel like your life is full of purpose. You know what? There were also a few times that I actually argued with my parents. I only have one mother now. So with my family members. So they actually questioned me, why are you going back so late? So I told them the reason, because when you're doing something outside, you got to really inform your family members as well, because you are not in this alone. Do remember that if you are in an entrepreneurship journey, you are not alone. As long as you tell your friends and your family what you're doing, I'm sure they will be more than willing to support you. Okay, and secondly is we work as a team. You know what? The best thing about having this event together, because we work as a team. Sometimes, let's say I have an appointment with my mother, like that day I was having half-day appointment with her, I got to fetch her around. She felt happy with my companionship while the show is actually running. So that's the best part of you having the work-life balance. You need to have a team. you need to join in 100x, right? Yeah, so thank you so much, guys. So we shall go on to the next one because time is running out, so we shall pick up the last question of the night. So, Ziwa.
No yet, sabar. Slow down.
Okay, I'm so sorry because all of the questions, the co-founders have actually answered more.
Okay, stop talking.
Any words to 100x?
Okay, so there's one question that is like any words to 100x Connect member, and apparently I'm forced to answer this. I have no idea why.
Just forget.
Any words to 100x Connect member? Actually, I don't really understand this question.
Cannot say I love you, oh man.
No.
Oh.
I love you.
Oh, really? Sorry, I thought it was like one word. Like
Any words?
Any
Like-
words?
to
One word
100x
or one word?
Connect.
yeah, like if Chanel means something, is it? Really?
No.
100x Connect.
What do you want to tell them, right?
Yeah, our 100x connects members.
Yeah.
One word.
We care for you. Okay, I shall start.
We love you.
Okay,
Only Ben.
We care for you, okay? Yeah, any like wow.
How do you want them to feel?
No, I really like you guys when you really support us. That's the only
Those
thing
support you don't
that I
like.
really. No, that is where the network. Okay, that's where the network, the community comes in. That's where the connection happens.
Can I change the question?
Okay.
What is the one word that you will say to Heng Leong?
Oh.
She's been here every day supporting the stuff that you don't
Who
like.
is Henry
Seriously.
Young, ah?
So Heng Leong is my girlfriend, right?
Okay.
And I'm really touched that she's really supporting this whole event, this whole summit, even more than us, for all you know, right? So yeah, really thank you, you guys, and thank you also Heng Leong for the support.
If you have one word to describe and tell him, you know what's that?
What is that word?
Wow, I didn't change the question already.
She forgot the question already. 3 seconds.
Okay, so if you allow me to talk, okay? Were there any drama that happened during the past 13 days? This is by Jonas. Yeah? How did all of you overcome it? Any drama, guys?
Is there any drama? I don't think so.
Got a lot of drama.
Got still drama. Got.
Actually, got a lot of dramas that happened within the last 13 days, but I think it is how one company, or how, when I say company, I don't mean the corporate, it is how the management manages drama. If you have a lot of drama king and drama queen inside, number one, when you have people who doesn't trust everyone in the whole group, this drama will blow out of proportion. So because we have a lot of trust among each other, and there is mutual understanding between each other, although I'm sure there are plenty room to grow. That's why we don't really feel that it is really a drama. But yeah, how do you overcome it? I don't know, when there's not much of a
I
drama.
think it's through communication. We just need to,
Yeah.
whenever some issue come out, I
We
think the
just,
most important thing is we really need to be honest with each other and just talk things out.
Yeah, like the day the third day when if our health enthusiast bought us chicken, then we'll just say, hey, can we have some pork tomorrow? Sure, yeah, then a lot of pork. Yeah, I mean, but it could have turned into some drama, right? Like, where everything only buy same thing. I mean, you can, right? But it doesn't happen in us lah. So
And really have to say thank you to Jo because I was telling her that I was having cough a few days, right? And I told her that maybe I can't take any more chicken, and she bought a lot of pork to me. And the first thing that she did was, Chanel, I bought the pork already. Come and have the meal now. So it's actually very touchy.
Because somebody will take it, finish everything,
Yeah,
then she don't get it.
she said, I bought pork every single day. How come you never get to me? I said, yeah, because I'm a slow eater. I always reach out to the food last, right? So yeah. Good evening, Alex Raja. Glad to have you here. Yeah, so Alex, if you just joined in, right? So don't forget to tag in your friends, your family, who have been joining our virtual summit for the past 13 days. because this session is going to be a very special one. We are having the last 10 minutes of the FAQ with co-founders. You can ask all your questions, about the virtual summit, about 100x Connect, and also about co-founders' personal life. So to get on to the next one, how much would you rate yourself from 0 to 10 strong in this event, and why? By Haley Young, by Ben's girlfriend. So how much would you rate yourself from 0 to 10? Who wants to answer this?
It's a group or personal?
Personal.
Personal.
Since it's Henry Young's question.
Then we are
So,
No,
yeah.
I think it's more fair if everyone answers this one because
No,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
personally,
you start,
how much would I rate myself? I wouldn't rate myself too high.
Which is?
I mean, I wouldn't rate 10, so I will rate probably like 6.
Okay. Why?
Why? Because like I mentioned just now, at the beginning I don't think I'm good, but as I'm going on, things start to fall into place, and I start to know where is my strengths, where I'm really enjoying it. So slowly, I guess it kind of like
You kind of found your space lah.
right.
I found your place, sorry, not space. Found your place.
So yeah, 6.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Next.
Okay, I shall go first.
So cute,
I shall go
oh,
second.
oh,
I think I will rate myself 8 because I am a very ambitious person. So 8 to me is a fair score. I do believe that everyone to improvise as well because none of us is perfect. So the fact that I rate myself 8 is because I do believe that I have a lot of things to learn from the co-founders and the Woods team. And I'm really happy to work together with all the team here, making this virtual summit together. I really learned so much, even though, we have learned with each other for the last 9 months. I do realize that there were so many things that I learned in this journey, and I was so happy about it that I could apply it straight away. Yeah. So.
Yes, my turn. Actually, I have the same experience like Ben. At earlier stage, I felt like it seems I'm very busy, but it seems like didn't fit in also. But somehow when it come to like almost like the 10 days or 11 days, I slowly see where am I, and I believe that it is my strength and value, and this is very important to a team. Yeah, so I give myself 7.
Yeah, for me, I will give myself 8 because another 2 point is for me to improve. Because as you know, for me, I'm an entrepreneur, a very lovely entrepreneur. So I never really practiced to work with so many people before, So in my entrepreneur journey, I will only give instructions to people, So I will only give instructions. So in this family, I find that I am actually able to have people together to listen to them because each of them have their core strength. You see, so I'm happy, and actually those people that work together, they manage to actually share information together, not so negative, but everybody receive it so positively, and they are able to actually
improvise
and change and share together. So I feel I'm happy work together with the team.
Okay, so me, I think I will rate myself at 7, probably. I think I did quite well. Apparently, listening to all the comments here with the food, I deliver the food, but I'm sure I can do better next time. More better food, and then you give me higher budget, then I will lah. Yeah, but then I think that there's a lot that I can improve too. Like I can be more involved in a lot more things, and then like I think you can say at the beginning it's like feels like very busy, but don't know what you're busy with, and then after slowly you get to know the flow of it, then it gets better. And I rate myself 7 because I think I still got a lot of room to improve because I like to work alone. Actually, I like to work alone, and working in a team is not easy. And some of them kena for me as sometimes my anxiety hits or I'm very serious with my work. Then I'm like, that a bit like so. Yeah, I have to apologize, and But I think that's how we built the understanding. Like nobody actually blamed me because I was having anxiety. Like all of them support me. So yeah.
You were having anxiety?
Yeah.
Okay.
The day when I was like, like nobody coming in is like,
Oh, that's your anxiety.
yeah, that's my anxiety.
Her anxiety.
Oh, you didn't feel it? Oh, that's good. So I'm the only one feeling it. I felt so bad the next day. It's like, I shouldn't be so
Actually,
bad.
anxiety attacks is only in yourself, rasa.
Mostly the anxiety happen because you have an excessive thought.
Think too much.
Think too much.
Think too much.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
go on.
Okay,
For
Michelle.
me, I always tell my daughter we always infinitely we will stay at 9 because we will never arrive at 10. As simple as that. Because no one is ever can make things perfect. So for me, it's number 9. I'm forever. You ask me at any point of time, I'm always number 9.
Okay. What
So much.
don't know.
Now you make me feel bad. I wanted to say 10. Okay. Okay, no.
You know what?
Alright.
Our Jay really deserves a 10.
Yeah, he needs a different story.
Okay. Thank you.
Minus is smart. Because he always
Right, so obviously, I will give myself 8 as well because there are still a lot of things that didn't come in plan, didn't plan well, but everything because of everyone's cooperative, then it went smooth. So I will pass to Jackie.
I think if we are weak-hearted, we couldn't last the past 13 days. So I think we all deserve a 10 lah.
Personally, I think to me, I think in my many years of running events and any business, the team deserves 20. Let me explain why. I don't really. First, I don't
Wait,
like.
20 out of 100?
No, 20 out. 20 out of 10. Now, honestly, the reason is this. Every one of them here are solo workers. Everyone. Maybe except for Jackie works in corporate, but basically everyone is a solo worker. And this is the first time all of us works together. That's one. Being number 2, being operated by the youngest member in the group. So even from the 50 to 40 to 30 years old to listen to instruction from our youngest member in the group. I think he is also the youngest in the community, by the way. So, and also immediately we need to work with a bunch of 22, 23-year-old,
20-year-old also got.
20-year-old people. Now, the fact is, we finished the summit almost. The fact is, we got every of our programs filled. The fact is, we started on time and we ended on time and it was all done. As far as KPIs are concerned, we completed everything, right? So given all these circumstances put together, I think it is amazing and incredible that we actually completed the summit with no cancellation of sorts, with no, there's no problem. Speaking of which, where you talk about improvements and stuff, I think even if this were the 100th summit, there will still be things that we need to improve. So so I'm gonna give the team and all of us a 20 lah.
Thank you so much, guys. So we have one last question, just one word. Okay, we got to describe the relationship between co-founders. How do you feel? Because it's almost the end of the event. So I should say care, because I got a lot of care from everyone here, not only the co-founders and also the Woods team. So how about you, Dan?
I
One
would
word.
say close. We are closer now.
Yeah.
Love. Love each other.
understanding.
I feel love too.
Oh.
Cute.
Acceptance.
Okay. Yeah, togetherness, closeness.
I will say family.
I'll say gratitude.
Okay, because we see that there are so many questions there, we even see questions from Alex, Raja, and all. So because of time constraint, we understand that we have to attend to all of your questions. So if you know what, don't stop the questions. You can still key in more questions because all of us, the CEO, the co-founders, will answer all of your questions in the Facebook
Should we open
comments.
one more post for them?
Yes. Actually, we will work together. Towards the end of the summit, together towards the end of this live, we will have a post by Ben. Okay, that will you feel free to just fill out all your questions about 100x Connect, about this summit, and about any questions directed to any of the co-founders.
Yeah.
We will attend to you in the post itself. So thank you so much, guys. And you know what? The next session is going to start up right soon. So all you need to do is don't forget to click the link down below whereby the production team will actually pin it up. Okay, the next session is going to be a 9 p.m. session in session 4. So we shall see you in the next one. Bye.
Nobody is listening to me. Have you ever experienced such situations before? If you do, fret not, because this is the very reason why I designed this masterclass called Communicate to Connect. Hi everyone, this is Thomas, international coach and speaker, and with my experience serving thousands of clients, speaking around the world as well as leading different teams, I have consolidated my knowledge and experience in terms of communication to design this masterclass which can transform all of you into powerful and impactful communicators who are able to connect with your audience, regardless of whether they are your friends, family, colleagues, business partners, or even strangers. Because ladies and gentlemen, if you are able to connect with your audience powerfully through communication, you will be able to achieve your desired outcome, be it building stronger relationships, closing the sales, or even having strong collaborations. In this masterclass, I'm going to share about different areas of communication, the different types of communication styles, the different modes of communications, as well as the different effective practices to make us masterful communicators. I will be conducting this workshop in the 100x Entrepreneur Summit, so see you there. It's going to be awesome and amazing.
Hi, my name's Kimberly. I'm a self-love transformation coach and a self-love entrepreneur. And it is my passion to be able to help people heal their hearts, release emotional baggage, and live their best life. So many people are talking about self-love these days, and so many people are saying, yes, that's what I need, that's what I want, but they don't know where to start and they don't know what to do. Self-love is about creating and building a new relationship with yourself. It's about choosing you before choosing others. And I really look forward to showing you how I can help you kickstart your self-love.
I'm Shui, a clinical hypnotherapist as well as the founder of You Therapy. Through working with a lot of my clients and myself being an entrepreneur, I know how important it is to have a good mental and emotional state if you really want to succeed in business and in life. But in today's day and date, everybody is stressed out because of COVID, the political instability, economic status around the world. And so I'm going to talk to you guys all about stress, how to let stress work for you and not be a victim of stress. So join me at the 100x Summit. See you then.
Hi everybody, my name is Victor and I'm going to be talking about video. How can we turn video into a source of passive income? Or what are some ways that we can actually show our products and services to the world using video? Stay tuned to find out more.